Before we jump in, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Listen, this channel is for people who want to have real conversations, no fluff, authentic, where we talk about money, mindset, and relationships and everything else under the sun, as long as it gets back to the money and how we can level up in life. Now, let's be real. Subscribing to this channel helps my content reach more people, which gets me closer to monetization so I can continue to keep giving you high quality content. Now, if you rock with that, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Let's get back to the video. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun. As long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. What's good, fam? What's good, fam? How y'all feeling, man? How y'all doing? I'm feeling great. I'm fresh out the gym. Well, fresh out the gym, then the shower. And I had to speed it on up over here. I'm feeling good, man. Your boy was feeling bad this past week. Feeling bad, man. You had to go to the ER and shit. But we back in action, you know, nothing alarming, nothing crazy. We good. We solid. We back on. You know what I'm saying? How y'all feeling today on this weekend? On this pre-Cinco de Mayo weekend. Pre-Cinco de Mayo, because I know Cinco de Mayo is what, Tuesday? So I know a lot of y'all out there getting turned on this Sunday. Y'all getting turned out there on the Sunday. But listen, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. We got a lot of topics to cover today. Also, before we get into it, I got a question to ask y'all. I want to ask y'all a real deal question. Because as you can see, I took the Cash App and the Super Chat goal away under the screen. I took that away. And I took it away because a couple of things. Well, really, it was just one thing. I didn't want to seem as if we are desperate for you guys to put money into the Super Chats, right? I do think it helps with engagement. I do think that's pretty dope if you support the channel, but I want to ask y'all a question. And let me preface it by saying, no, this is not a begging situation. No, this isn't, oh, bro, you just want to get the money. No, I genuinely want to know. When y'all are watching other people's live streams or their uploaded videos, whatever the case, and you decide to invest in their platform, you know, you decide to throw them a Super Chat, you decide to throw them a Cash App, you decide to do whatever it is, spend your money on them. What is your reasoning as to why? And one answer, you know, there could be multiple reasons why. I know I'm, as a content creator myself, I do it too. I invest in other people's platforms. You know, it can be a strategic move to get more visibility to my channel. It can be just strictly off the fact of, hey man, I support this channel. I rock with it, so I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna throw them a Super Chat or a few Super Chats. Or it could just be off the summer fact of there's a question I want to ask and I want it to be seen and I want it to be heard. And I want that specific individual that I asked the question to answer it because I want to hear their thoughts and opinions about the question that I asked, right? There could be multiple reasons as to why. But one of the biggest things is I took the Cash App and the Super Chats away because I don't want y'all to look at it as we are begging. But that doesn't mean I don't want you to support the channel. That doesn't mean I'm not going to ask you to support the channel. Because let's be real, any and everybody who jumps on YouTube, they are doing it not just for the fun of it. They're doing it because they are building something. Now, some people, they do it, they don't understand the business aspect behind it. They don't understand how to build the business. Some of them, they just get on here creating content. They think that's all it is. And there's more to that, right? But I also think that it's important, like if you truly, because that's, again, this is what I do. I invest in other people's platform because I believe in their platform. I believe in the thing that they're talking about. It can be anything, bro. It ain't just oh man, it's transformational. No, it can be anything. It's like, man, I love the dope content. I love the optics of your video, so I'm gonna support it. I love the fact that you are consistent with every week you post on a consistent basis, or you're always live. I know you're working hard. So here, man, for just to show my respect and my appreciation to you, because I know because doing this shit ain't easy, bro. It's not easy. Some people think, oh, me, you just come on the camera, you start talking. It's more to it. And it's not easy. And it takes consistent growth, especially when you see people that go from 0 to 1,000, from 1,000 to 5,000, 5,000, 10 to 20, 20 to 50, 50 to 100. That takes consistency. That takes consistent work, bro. So you invest in that person's platform. What's wrong with it? So that's my genuine question to y'all. What is the reason as to why you would even invest in my platform? So that's a genuine question. That's a genuine question. And if you do want to support the channel, do it. If you do want to support, do it. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm still going to ask you, like, hey, I'm not begging. I'm going to ask you, hey, support the channel every time. But hey, that's just a sidebar. So that's a question. That's just a question. You know what? I need to make that. I want to make that a poll. I should make that a question. Let me see. Before we get started into these topics, y'all, give me a second. Nah, we good. We good on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with these topics. So y'all remember the Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson topic, and then there's one of these shorties who video went viral because she said that nobody knew who Klay Thompson was until Klay Thompson got with Meg, and people were in the uproar like, shorty, is you bugging? So shorty made another video doubling down on what she said. So I'm curious as to what she said. I haven't heard it. I've seen it, but I haven't heard it. So I want to listen to it in real time with y'all, and then I'm going to give my thoughts and my opinions. All right? So let's go ahead and rock out.
If you think you're coming here for an apology, or you think you're coming here for me to retract my statements, you can retract yourself back to your dirty hole that you was in before you came out to start talking. I'm standing 10 toes down. I said what I said, bro. Nene Leakes is more famous than some of your top 10 NBA players currently, because reality TV and music expands to certain realms that, unfortunately for you guys that are in my comments, it doesn't transcend quite the same. People need to understand that outside of America, we don't even know the names of the teams here. Anyways, I decided to do a deep dive because I really don't know anyone that is currently playing in the NBA. So the NBA player rankings, according to The Ringer. So number 1 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I've never heard of this man in my life. And if you've heard of them, guys, comment below. Nikola Jokic. I've never heard of him in my life. Victor Wembanyama. I've never heard of him. Luke Doncic. Never heard of him in my life. Kawhi Leonard. Never heard of him in my life. Anthony Edwards. Never heard of him. I'm going to scroll to find... Oh, Stephen Curry. See, I know Stephen Curry. He's number 11 out of the top 10 men who are currently playing in the NBA. And congratulations to all of you. The NBA and everything you've achieved is phenomenal. I'm sure you're making money. I'm sure you're making your cities proud. But me, as a UK resident, there's only 2 of you I have ever heard of in my life. Guys, don't come for me.
First of all, the disrespect is crazy. How you ain't gonna have LeBron James in there? That's crazy. That's crazy work. You understand me?
What?
Yeah.
Man, hell no.
That's crazy that you ain't got LeBron James in there. However, that's neither here nor there. I gotta be honest with you. She's right. She's right. I don't think when you look at the visibility that Klay has, people who live in the United States of America know who Klay Thompson is. Anybody outside the rim of who don't watch basketball, they wouldn't know who Klay Thompson is. And initially, I can be honest. Initially, when I first saw her first video, I was like, "Who the fuck don't know what you talking about? Don't nobody know Klay Thompson, because I was just thinking just in the box of the United States of America. But when you talk about Meg Thee Stallion, right? She's a universal name. She's a global name. People know her outside of the United States because of tours and different things like that. She being, you know what I'm saying, she get the visibility. It's a fair assessment. So I have to be objective in this, and I have to be honest about it. Yes, she's right. Don't nobody know Klay outside of the United States of America. It is what it is. Regardless if we all know that he got four championships, he's one of the Splash Brothers, means nothing. It means nothing to nobody who watches the game. That's a fact. It's a fact. And you can't argue it. I'm more pissed off at the fact that they didn't say LeBron James. That's the part that pissed me off. Like, bro, so y'all just gonna disrespect LeBron James like that? LeBron James. But yeah, no, she's right. She's 110% right, bro. Don't nobody know Klay outside of the United States of America. So, fellas, I know, I get it, I understand. You know, y'all, you know what I'm saying? I get it. But when you gotta put them, when you compare the two, more people know Meg Thee Stallion than people who know Klay Thompson. That's a fact. You can't really argue that. To be honest with you, it really ain't nothing to be mad at. But I think more so, here's the thing. I think the reason that most fellas or most people who went against that were pissed off initially is simply because you try to make it seem as if he wasn't nothing until he got with her. I think that was the bigger issue. I think that was the bigger issue that most people had. What up, the Battle Zone? That boy done changed that doggone title. I see you, big dog. That profile picture. That's what's up. What's up, homie? But I think that's the bigger issue. It's the fact that you tried to diminish him simply because, oh, we don't know who Klay Thompson is. He did an upgrade, not necessarily. Because when you get down to it, he was doing fine by himself. So he don't have an issue with getting women. He don't have an issue with getting women who got visibility. That doesn't improve him. That doesn't elevate him. So I think that was the issue. But hey, it be what it is though. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Sersky, listen, I'm gonna be on y'all tail today. I want y'all supporting the channel. I want y'all supporting the channel today. Whether it's gonna be you become an ENG member, which is 99 cents a month, or you support with a Cash App, or you support with a Super Chat. All right? Listen, we trying to retire. We trying to do this full time. You know what? I'm gonna be 110% honest with y'all. Fuck what everybody else talking about. Everybody too cool for school. They think that, oh man, you know, I don't want to tell people, I don't want to ask for money because fuck that. We trying to retire. We trying to retire from the 9 to 5. We trying to make this a full-time thing. We're still gonna build regardless. Even if you don't throw a super chat, we still gonna build this thing. We're still building this business because it's a business at the end of the day. This is a production studio, right? We still gonna build this thing. But it does help when y'all do support the channel. In that right? When you go up, when you support the channel in regards to the videos that I uploaded, when you go and hype those videos up, when you share it, when you like it, when you engage with it, when you throw a super chat, when you throw a Cash App, it helps get me closer to that goal of retiring from the 9 to 5 to do this full time. Because once we do this full time, this is gonna be an everyday thing. We're gonna be doing this every day, not 7 days a week. We ain't gonna be doing that, but we're gonna operate it like a company. Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. That's it. Monday through Friday. Saturday, Sunday gonna be off. So right now, the reason we're doing the weekends, the reason we are doing the weekends right now, is because it's a lot easier, you know, considering the fact of, you know, I go to work during the week. So, but that's the goal. We want to do this full time. So support the retirement fund. So do we want to go to Lexi Brown? Nah, we skip that. I really don't care about talking about that Lexi Brown. Let's go to Erica Kurt. So Erica Kirk had a lot to say in regards to all the backlash that she has been getting since the late Charlie Kirk was assassinated. She's been getting a lot of flack in regards to her becoming a CEO. You know, the white face that Drewski did, and then after the little incident that they had at the Trump speech when the guy came in trying to shoot up the place, people were at her neck about that. You know, Candace Owens on her head. So I want to listen. I want to listen to her and see what she got to say and what her thoughts are in regards to everything that's been going on. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Our country has become unrecognizable. These people have perverted the truth to the point that they motivated the murder of my husband. They have continuously tried to assassinate the president, and anyone who stands in their way is labeled hateful, racist, fascist, and every other trigger word that is grossly dishonest. We want the best for our country. They don't. This is why Charlie started Turning Point USA in the first place. He didn't trust the radicalized liberal teachers. And this past Saturday, it was a school teacher, of all people, a school teacher that attempted to change our history for the worst with bullets. And everyone is asking why I even went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And it was because many of the journalists in that room have attempted to dehumanize me. And I wanted to meet some of them face to face, quite frankly. Why have a conversation about me when you can have a conversation with me? So, for example, a journalist from the Daily Mail came up to me. She introduced herself, and she was very gracious. She was saying, "You look so beautiful. I'm so sorry for your loss." To which I replied, "It is so nice to put a name to the face, especially with all of the slander, the lies, accusations that are out there surrounding my husband's murder and myself." And I said to her, "You know what's so interesting? This is my first time at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and I find it so fascinating, the dynamic that is going on right now, because everyone is all dressed up, and you guys are co-mingling in and out of each other's cocktail parties. And so for one night, you are able to put aside all of your differences for the sake of freedom of speech. And then by Monday morning, things will go back to being an absolute bloodbath between all of you." To which she replied, literally, she said, "I know. Isn't it special, right? Isn't tonight so special?" And following that conversation, it was time to take our seats, and we went into the big ballroom where the dinner was. And one of the first things I noticed when I walked into that room was quite literally the proximity of the opposing outlets to one another. So you have one table here that's Politico, and another table here that's Fox, and another table here that's WAPO, and you're all crammed together, elbow to elbow. And to make the night even more of a spectacle, every single 10-person table had 10 bottles of wine.
Damn.
And the president of the White House Correspondents Association, she did a great job of trying to make the evening have that feeling of Americana. You know, we were in a room celebrating freedom of speech despite our differences. And the U.S. Marine Band performed the national anthem so beautifully. And then shortly thereafter, gunshots rang out and total chaos ensued. And you guys have all seen what happened next because there are 1,000 videos of it. So let's discuss that fact for a second. If you were in that room, you had no way of knowing what the status of the shooter was, how many there were, or honestly, really anything. It was just utter chaos. And so during an active shooting, these journalists are using their phones to find moments to capture for clips. They were so concerned about getting a video in a room with an active shooter that they could have accidentally and quite literally filmed themselves being shot.
You know what? You know what's crazy though? I'm in 100% agreement with that. Your phone is not always required, bro. Everybody is so drawn to their fucking phones, man. Everything that they do, they feel as if they got to pull out their phone. They got to take a picture. They got to record it. Y'all don't like to be in the moment anymore. Enjoy your time. I'll give you an example. So me and one of my good friends, bro, we went out Friday night, right? And Terry, yeah, I know we were supposed to have a show Friday, but some things got miscommunicated. So we'll be back on it on a consistent basis next Friday. This upcoming Friday. So, but I'm glad that you were looking forward to it though. That's what's up. But what I was saying. Yeah, so I was out with a friend on Friday. You know what I'm saying? One of my closest friends. We had a wonderful night. It wasn't partying or bar hopping. Man, we went to an elegant spot. We kicked it. We conversed with a few people. Got a couple of names. Got a couple of connections with some people. A guy who's worth millions of dollars. He owned multiple tech companies. He gave us some insight on different stocks that we should look into and invest in. That because he showed us his entire portfolio and how he made over $800,000 in the past 6 months. I'm like, bro, what? And he gave us the whole rundown of what he was investing in, the companies, and why he was investing into these companies. And so just giving an entire breakdown. And now once were we pulling out our phones, trying to record, doing all of this extra shit that a lot of people do because everybody feels that they always got to go into their phone. When there's like, bro, you know how dumb you got to be when there's a situation going on and your life could be on the line. Motherfuckers is out here pulling out their phone. How crazy is that? Your first instinct isn't to run, duck, hide. Your first instinct is to pull out your phone. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? What is your problem? Is your mind, are you so focused on trying to be the first one to put it out there? Is it that important to you? Is it that important? You just gotta be, I gotta be the first one to get this, and so I can put it out there so I can get all the credit and visibility. Fuck that. Crazy.
Many of those people have become so desensitized that fight or flight became secondary to the opportunity of putting themselves into the story, which ironically breaks the #1 rule of journalism. And again, ironically enough, the shooter was a teacher. You have these people who are supposed to be teaching our children the future of this country, and he's so unhinged that he is able to teach children by day and then attempt to murder the president of the United States by night.
Right. That's crazy. That's some wild.
And in his manifesto, he starts by contextualizing himself by saying, I am a citizen of the United States of America. And while we may have big problems with illegal immigration in this country, I have to tell you, we have an even bigger problem when it comes to the systemic indoctrination and radicalization of our own citizens. This is what got my husband killed. This is what has led to 3 legitimate attempts on President Trump's life. And I can speak firsthand to that unbearable toll that this must take on our First Lady. There has never been a president who has faced this many assassination attempts in Americans' entire history. And after each one, the reaction from the far left has been, at best, a shrug, and in some cases, a sick disappointment that the shooter was unsuccessful.
You know how much, here's the thing. Even the people that were doing the worst for our society, they were not trying to come at their heads at all. It's literally like everything is reversed. What's good is bad and what's bad is good. That's crazy to me. Regardless of regardless of your political views, regardless of who you like, who you don't like, you should not be happy at the fact that somebody's trying to kill your president, bro. I don't care if you like him or not. Who cares? At this point, it's about humanity. It's like, bro, y'all really out here trying to assassinate the president for what? Half of y'all talking about, oh man, our president should be doing X, Y, and Z. Oh man, our president. Half of y'all don't even know how to operate in your own goddamn house and make the right decisions for your own household. And you trying to tell the person who is taking care of the entire nation, telling him what he should and shouldn't be doing. Make that make sense to me. You don't even know how to tell your own 5-year-old kid what to do and what not to do, the right thing to do. You don't even know how to make decisions for them. And you out here talking all this shit, talking about what the president should be doing and what he shouldn't be doing. Oh, if that was me, nigga, you wouldn't even get close to being a president. What you talking about? Hell, you can't even get that manager position at that job that you're working at McDonald's. What you talking about? Y'all got this derangement syndrome, acting like y'all so, oh, I'm holier than thou. I'm just the best man. Half of y'all got skeletons in y'all closet too. But you so quick to point at everybody else. Oh, look at the Epstein files. Oh, you see the name is on the list. You see the name is on the list. What about your list? What about the shit that you had going on behind the closet? What about the shit that you ain't talking about, huh? That you hiding? What you got going on? Take care of your own household first. Let the president do what he do. Because either way, you still gonna have to wake up and go to work in the morning. Whether it was Kamala Harris in the goddamn office or whether it was Trump, you still gotta go work the next day.
We are all human beings. And if you can just pause and just take a minute and ask yourself, how would you feel if even just one person made cruel jokes about the attempted murder of your loved one? That is what Jimmy Kimmel did to the First Lady. He said that she had the glow of an expected widow. The glow of an expected widow. Just 48 hours before that nightmare almost became a reality. In this culture we're living in, absorbs disagreement as a form of personal betrayal. It turns having an opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And here's what I've realized through all of this, truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all. Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
Now, I will say this though, Erica. The Drewski part, I said the Drewski part. The Drewski part, you gotta let that roll off your shoulders. You already know he's a comedian. That's what comedians do. Comedians, they tip that line, they walk that line, they walk that line, they walk that line. We're not gonna make it a race thing. He's doing white face. He's a comedian. We're not gonna do that. So everything else you've been saying is pretty spot on, but that one, nah, I can't roll with you on that one.
There's a serious epidemic of dehumanization plaguing this country. The most unthinkable tragedies have now become commonplace in our daily headlines, and yet the media finds a way to conveniently explain away violence. This is what we're up against. This is what we're up against. What is happening right now is something none of us can afford to ignore. The evil forces working to divide us, to distract us, and to pull us apart has never been stronger. This is a moment for Americans to come together and decide what kind of country we are going to be before we lose our country altogether. In Romans chapter 12, verse 21, it says, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good."
Oh.
And this is why my husband created Turning Point USA so we could have civil discourse and debate and open dialogue, because when we stop talking to each other, bad things happen.
I agree, bro. I'm with her. I'm with her on that aspect. It should be okay for us to have civil discourse and be on two opposite sides of the fence. That should be okay. But there's always somebody who always feels as if you are betraying them, or you're tap dancing, or you're an idiot. It's like, no, I just have a different viewpoint because the way that I see the world is different from how you see it. How can we come together and have a conversation that's progressing, that can help us move the goalposts on where we're trying to get to? I can still love you and still disagree with the shit that you say. It's like, boy, that's some crazy shit that you just said. But I still love you though. And you're open to have a difference of an opinion than me. That doesn't mean I need to hate you for it. But y'all so sensitive today. Y'all don't know how to talk. Y'all have really become desensitized to everything, bro. Can't even have civil discourse, and then somebody, oh, see, then you start doing the shame, insults, guilt, need to be right. Then you got it, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Facts. And make sure you support the channel with a super chat. I told y'all I'm gonna be talking about the super chat. Yep. Because listen, y'all gotta reinvest in my retirement fund. We gotta do. The goal is, after every video, I'm gonna tell y'all the goal is to retire and do this full time. To retire from my job to do this full time. All right. So in order for y'all to help me get there closer, super chat. Help me to get there a lot faster. Super chat. Run it up. You hear me? All right. So I want to get to this other. Damn, do I want to watch this one? All right, let's talk about this. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about this other topic. This shit kind of crazy. So apparently there's this woman, right? There's this fake realtor that was selling luxury apartments that she don't own herself. How that happened? Don't know. I have no clue at all. But we're gonna get into it and figure out what the hell popped off. So let's go ahead and rock out.
Hi.
I have kids. I really needed to move.
When you see something nice that's a decent price, you hop on it.
I stumbled across TikTok where, they're like, apartments here, pay this deposit, pay this application, and we can get you in, keys in your hand.
TikTok pages Tia Vanna and Moss Tia were the names. You can see it says she's a licensed realtor who sells apartments in New Jersey and Atlanta. This is common though, licensed real estate professionals using social media platforms to market and lease properties. But on the back end, it has certainly opened up the floodgates to scammers looking to steal your money. And also, Ramesh, make sure you subscribe and like this video. They were presenting what?
So the offer was the fact that, hey, we can get you into this loft without going through the background of it. So, most apartments require credit history. Where do you work? Things like that nature. I work and I make good money. I have a great job. So I didn't have any issues. I don't have any evictions. So it was not that I needed to skip this process. It was more of, if there is a shortcut and it works, then I'm open.
The page is
now see. No, that's what you fucking up at. As soon as when you already know the normal processes of how you do certain things, and soon as somebody say shortcut, that alert need to go up. Beep, 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 beep. Nah, fam. Nope. So now you telling me I ain't gotta do no background check. Man, nah.
It's been taken down, but these were some of the properties, a 3-bed, 3-bath, and hot areas around Atlanta, like this one downtown, $2,500 a month. Or this one, a 2-bed, 2-bath for $1,900. Brown says that she was interested in a loft that was advertised.
We'll give you the keys in hand. You pay the deposit. You meet me in person at a location. You get the keys from me, and you can go and get the unit and open the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to give you the address.
Wait, hold the fuck up. What you mean? You gonna meet at a location. They gonna give you the keys, and then you gonna go to the apartment to open the door. That don't make sense to me, dog. Somebody help explain this to me, because that don't make sense to me. They supposed to meet you at the apartment complex and open the door. How that work? They supposed to be there. They're supposed to be there with you, going through the entire apartment, walking through that bitch to make sure everything is everything. And then once you sign off and say, all right, everything is good, they then give you the key. Pure Brown, what you doing, shorty?
And you got to open the door.
$500 is all she had to pay to get the keys.
Send you a deposit of $500, and I got no proof that you have the unit. So when she started to text back like, baby girl, I do this for a living. I got people waiting in line for this unit. I'm trying to hold the unit for you. So either you going to make your mind up or you not. I kind of was like,
all defensive
okay,
and shit.
customer service. Who you talking to?
Another red flag,
Yep.
Zelle would only allow Brown to send $200, flagging the transaction for any amount more than that.
Did you eventually send the money to her?
Yes, I ended up convincing her because at this point I feel like I was being scammed, but I wasn't for sure. So I convinced her to say, hey, I only got $250. I don't have $500. I got $250. And it was more like bait for me. Because if you are a real person and this is a real unit, you're not going to take my $250. You know what I'm saying? Because you know your price is your price. We can't tell nobody what their price is. So I was expecting her to say, no, I can't take the $250, gotta be $5. But she came back and said, I'll take the $250. And when you get the keys, are you willing to give me the other $250? And I said, okay, that's a better deal. I can do that. I can give you $250, and then when I get the keys, I give you the other $250. So that's what we agreed on. She sent her Zelle. Me being who I am, I'm going to Google that Zelle, because one thing about Zelle, it ain't going to lie. It ain't going to lie about that first name and that last name. It's going to tell the truth. So I Googled the Zelle, and it came up immediately. She was arrested years ago for fraud.
Her name, Jakira Hester.
Everybody knows if you're going to be a scammer in Atlanta, do not use her real name. This girl had me to Zelle her some money using her real name. So I took that, and then I Googled it, and then your whole mug shot come up. Look at this, y'all. But yes, she's the girl that's on TikTok going back to you. Here's her page. Because what I don't do is play games. You play with the wrong one. I don't even care about the little $200. That's nothing to a big short.
Brown says, though, she was optimistic because she
like the dog's faces look good with it.
That it was the same Jakira Hester that she was speaking to.
How many people have this name? Could I have the wrong person? Is Google giving me something that's on somebody else? I've never seen the person, so I couldn't identify if they were talking about the person that I'm talking to right now. So when I sent the $250, I asked her, did she get it? She said, yeah, I got it. Give me a moment. I'm finna process your application. My head, I've never gave you no information to process. So what application?
No phone number, no email, no
That's crazy.
name, no social, no previous addresses.
No, nothing.
So when it was time to meet at a location to retrieve the keys, Hester went silent for hours.
She wrote back and was like, I was there. You're not my only customer. You got to give me time. I was coming. Now I can't give you the key. You didn't give me the rest of the money. I can't give you the key. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you can just send the money back. I just sent it, so you can just send it back. And we can just let it go. Oh, I have a non-refundable policy. You wasted my time. You knew you didn't want the unit in the first place. I'm like, but I came. I met you at the address that you sent me, and you wasn't there. So what are you talking about? So she never gave me my money back. And that's when I made my story on TikTok.
Look at the messages before she get up here and try to say that's not what happened. Baby, do not for her. She is a motherfucking scammer. Shorty went missing in everything.
And it didn't take long for others to catch on.
It's my home. This is my home. It is a condo and I own it.
This woman saw that the same loft that was advertised for rent was actually her condo that she lives in currently.
Do you want to see it? Yep. That's the exact same place, same light fixture, same pole, same double windows. Every single unit in this building is different. So that is not for rent. It's my house that I currently own.
She said she messaged this Tia directly.
I said, this is my loft I purchased, not understanding why you're texting me because you just posted a video of my house saying it's for rent. It very much is not. A house and an apartment is two different things. For one, secondly, I don't care where you live. I didn't ask. It's not your house.
But what she didn't know at the time is that Hester was also
But the audacity of these scammers, boy, they got the audacity to be getting an attitude too when you get caught up in your bullshit. Boy, man, listen.
Allegedly stealing videos from a real Atlanta realtor and using her likeness to sell fraudulent rental properties. This is the real agent. She goes by Imani Sold Me Realty on TikTok.
Now, I don't care what anyone does out here, how they make it.
Listen, I'll be honest with y'all, boy. I got finesse one good time. I got finesse one good time, bro. And it was because it was on me. It was 100% on me, 110% on me. And I knew this nigga was a scammer. But I really wanted that fucking necklace. I really wanted that bitch because that bitch was cold. So when I first started this channel, right? I think I was about 200 in. I think I was about 200 some subscribers in. And I was interviewing one of the Pop the Balloon chicks, right? I think her name was Renee. I think her name was Renee. She lived out here in Arizona. And so she was telling me about this guy who was doing her a necklace for her. I was like, oh shit, bet. I said shit, because I wouldn't mind giving me a necklace, you know what I'm saying? Give me a personalized custom necklace. So Buddy ended up hitting, so she sent me his information. I went over there to him. I said, hey man, your girl Renee sent me over here to you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to give me a custom necklace. So we did all that with talk about it, say, all right, what you want, you know what I'm saying? Everything was good at first. Everything was good at first. And he was like, listen, bro, all you gotta do is send me a deposit of $200. And once you send me the $200 deposit, what I'm gonna do is I'll go ahead and have everything drawn up for you. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll send it off to my jeweler so he can go ahead and create the necklace so that way you can get it, boom, and send it over to you. You don't gotta worry about anything else. You just gotta pay the $200. I cover everything else. So in this, I'm like, interesting. I'm like, either this nigga, either the way that his methods is, he got it on lock, or that necklace cheap as shit. But neither here nor there, I'm like, all right, it is what it is. It's a dope necklace anyway. So about a week or so passed by, because he told me he's like, it's gonna take a couple weeks for them to me to send that shit off, so him to do the necklace. I'm like, I bet. So a week passed. This nigga sent me a message. He says, hey, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of low on funds because, you know, I've been paying so many different people. You know, is it cool if you send me over another $100? I'm like, nah. I'm not sending you $100. Like, then guess what? This nigga tried to gaslight me. This nigga said, wow, so you ain't gonna send me another $100? I'm like, for what? I said, based off of the contract, and then mind you, he had it all, he had a contract and everything. I scanned, I'm like, all right, everything look legit on this bitch. Man, this nigga here, he said, wow, so you ain't gonna send me. I said, well, I'm gonna send you $100 for. I said, based off of what you said all I need to send you was the $250, and I don't gotta do nothing else. Cause I even doubled down and asked. I said, are you sure? I said, there ain't gonna be no extra cost, no extra fees, no nothing. No, bro, you good. Everything is taken care of. Bet. And so I told him that. He was like, but see, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, so you ain't gonna help somebody out, bro. That's just out the kindness of your heart, bro. Like, you should be like that because I'm doing something for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking all the hit here. I'm taking all the money here. And you tell me you can't send me $100. I'm like, nigga, I'm not finna send you $100. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I don't give a fuck what you talking about with your kid. I said, that sounds like bad management, financial management on your behalf. That ain't my problem. That's your problem to solve, not mine. And I'm not going to send you another $100. What I want is my necklace. So going back and forth for a minute. So I said, listen, bro, don't text me, don't message me again until I get my necklace. So he messaged me about a week after that, sends me a picture of the fucking necklace. I'm like, oh, that shit dope. Hell yeah. So this is when I knew this nigga was scamming. Well, that was strike one when he told me to send him an extra $100. The second one was when this nigga said, all right, man, so I got it. I got the necklace and shit, and it should be here. It should be here at my crib within a couple of days. And then after the couple of days, I better send it to you. Man, check this out. This nigga send the picture. You see, after he send the picture, he messages me and says, hey man, I still ain't got it yet. Something going on over there with the custom guy. They ain't made your necklace yet. I'm like, wow. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, so me, I'm just being patient. I'm like, all right, bro. He's like, give me about another week. I'm like, all right, bet. So another week passed by. I hit him up. I said, hey man, what's the verdict? All right, man, they should be sending it to me right now. They send it to me. It'll be here in a couple of days. And then once they get it, I'll send it to you. I'm like, how you gonna send it to me? But I'm thinking that in my head. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, hey, bro, did the necklace come in? Like, yeah, bro. And look, it was crazy. I don't know how the fuck he did it. This nigga had the whole picture. He showed me a video of it. I'm like, how the fuck you doing this? I'm not understanding. Did the whole thing. Then he sent me. Then next time I'm like, all right, bro, I'm about to go ahead and send it off. So I'm like, how you gonna send it to me when you ain't got my address? Well, give me your address. So I gave him a P.O. box number. Gave him a P.O. box number. And I kept asking, hey, bro, so a couple days passed, like, hey, did you send it? Nah, I ain't get a chance to send it yet, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I still got a lot of things going on. I'm trying to pay some things off. And I'm like, bro, that ain't got nothing to do with me, dog. He's like, look, if you send me $60, you know what I'm saying? I can go ahead and express it to you if you just send me the 60. I'm like, bro, I'm not sending you no more money, dog. Stop asking me for money. I'm not sending you no more money. You said you got to hold your end of the bargain. You claim to be a legit business. So do your fucking job. Do what you're supposed to do. You said you do this, hold your end of the bargain. I held mine. I gave you the $200 like I was supposed to. And now I've been waiting for you patiently. So send me my shit. Man, this nigga went on this whole little diatribe talking about his kids and all this shit. I said, listen, bro. I said, at this point, I don't even want the necklace no more, bro. Send me my $200 back. Well, if you want the $200, all you gotta do is go back and request some fraud shit in your bank. And he's like, no, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm tired of dealing with y'all black people anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying, bro. I can't work with black people. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, that's what's up. Send me my money back. I'm gonna send you your money, bro. And so now I gotta go back because now I gotta go sell the chain. I gotta go sell the necklace. I gotta go do this in order to get that money back from all the money that I lost because you ain't want to see me $6. So you telling me that because you got bad management skills, because you got bad financial management skills, I gotta suffer and not get my money back because I gotta wait on you to sell my necklace that I purchased that you supposed to be sending to me because I ain't send you $60. Now you gotta go sell it to get the money back to send me the money. I said, bro, you know what, bro? Don't even worry about it, bro. I said, don't even worry about it. I said, you were scamming. I said, you were scamming ass nigga. And then so I solidified it with other people that he was posting to. I hit them. I said, hey man, did that nigga ever send you your necklace? Like, nah, that nigga never sent me on the message. Come to find out, the shorty that I interviewed told me about it. She messaged me and she said, man, this nigga a whole scammer. But I found out this nigga been scamming everybody. I said, motherfucker, I knew it. I said, you dirty motherfucker. And he was out of Jacksonville, Florida too.
Their money, how they get their hustle, but you will not steal my content and sell it as whatever scam you're doing. Everything that I do is legitimate. It's already hard enough being a Black woman in real estate, trying to gain credibility just because you are a woman in real estate, let alone somebody stealing your content just to make a quick buck.
And this is not an isolated case.
My heart is beating so fast.
It also happened to realtor Ashley Williams, who went public about this in February. Someone on TikTok creating the Atlanta Rental Business Hub company, using her phone number and likeness to lease fake rental units. Williams telling her followers that she doesn't even manage rental transactions at her company.
A few weeks ago, I lost my phone number and my passwords disappeared out of my phone. Apple told me it was because it was some kind of fraud thing going on. I thought it was because I work in new home sales and I call a lot of real estate agents. I do a lot of like calling and texting the agents trying to get business. My team lead from Atlanta, Georgia called me and said, "Hey, are you doing some kind of promotion on TikTok?" And I said, "No, I'm not running any ads at this time." He just called me back and said that someone called him and said that I have been scamming them out of rent money and applications. My name is Ashley P. Williams. I am not working with renters. I am not taking any applications. I am not doing anything when it comes to rent. I do not want to lose my real estate license. I do not want to be in trouble because of a scam.
She told local media outlets that she filed a police report with Atlanta police, but they said that there wasn't enough evidence to pursue the case because they cited it wasn't clear where the alleged identity fraud took place.
Please help me.
It was only after the news got involved that TikTok took the page down. They originally told her it didn't violate their community guidelines.
And for the people who are being scammed, I hope you do your due diligence in the future. I'm so sorry that this is happening to you.
Which is why we wanted to sit down with licensed real estate broker Curtis Russell. He's president and co-owner of Great Homes Atlanta.
What is your response to
David Ruffin
this
has
issue in Atlanta? I mean, things happen all the time in Atlanta, but this is to the extreme.
It's really sad and it's really disappointing. Overall, the fact that people are losing money because of this on one side, if you're the customer, but then on the other side, as the licensed agent or broker, you're having your image, your reputation kind of played with. And people don't know who you are, if it's really you, if it's not you. And so think about the damage
I appreciate you,
that does
Terry.
to a professional trying to now recover their name, their reputation from something that they had nothing to do with.
Curtis, say I'm someone who
it happened to you too?
Affordable apartment. You know, rent is not getting any lower here in Atlanta. And this kind of post advertisement is enticing to me because, you know, when you see a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Buckhead for $1,500, you want to jump on that as quickly as possible. And that's what a lot of people are doing. What can I do to protect myself in a situation like this?
Well, I would say, as my mother always told me, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is.
Mm-hmm.
But I think practically speaking, there are tools that a customer has to verify, if not just the information, but the person that is marketing the information.
Listen, man, just be vigilant. Go with your first instincts, go with your gut. If that shit seem like a scam, don't even go with it, bro. Don't try to see it through. And I'm good, bro. This don't seem right to me. And especially when they give you a reaction with an attitude, like, nah, bro, you scamming. Because if you claim to be a business and you decide you want to get an attitude with me because I decided not to go with you or I decided not to invest in your business, nah, I'm good on it. Because you definitely done rub me the wrong way. Like, what you getting an attitude for? You asking for my money. So how you gonna get mad because I don't want to give you my money? Make that shit make sense to me. Because a person who's truly operating the business, they're not gonna get an attitude. They're not gonna get offended by it. They're probably gonna agree with you. Listen, I understand because I know there's a lot of people out here who claim to be something that they're not. And, I know it's really frustrating, but here's why. And then because you give them that reassurance and then you show them like, listen, this is why I know that I'm legit because X, Y, and Z, here are my results. Here are my receipts. Here's everything that I've done. And these are the people that I work with. Here's everything, my license. I'm certified in the things that I do because I have the receipts. I can show you these. I have the tangible assets to show you exactly why you should be working with me. Can't be out here getting no attitude like, man, who the man's down, bro? You ain't gonna give me no money, bro. See, I can't fuck with y'all. What you mean? What you mean? So now I really don't feel comfortable giving you my money because you just went from 0 to 10. What you mean? Like, boy, get out of my face, scammer. I don't know what the hell Atlanta got going on down there, dog. It's a whole bunch of sassy demons and scammers down there in Atlanta. I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. I'm gonna need y'all to figure it out. I don't know what's going on down there in Atlanta, dog. Everybody's scamming, dog. Everybody either sassy or scamming. Bro, what the fuck is going on? It's like if you bump shoulders with somebody, they one of the two things. They either sassy or they scamming. Very rare would you bump into somebody and be like, oh shit, this is a legit person. Like this person's straight. Damn, bro. What the fuck y'all got going on, man? Y'all need to figure that shit out. Real talk.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Type shit. What we got? That's the red flag I was waiting for. Man, you feel me, bro? You feel me on Battle Zone? Man, that shit crazy as hell. Listen, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Make sure you support the channel too. Make sure you support the retirement fund. I told y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all this after every video that we watch. I'm gonna tell y'all support this retirement fund. We trying to do this full time. We trying to go from the 9 to 5 and making this part-time job here, because I'm calling this a career. We're making it. The goal is to make this a full-time thing. Y'all gotta retire me from my 9 to 5, bro. So y'all help me do that by helping me catapult by going into the super chats. I'm being honest. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not too cool for school. I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna be like, man, damn, bro, like, nah, bro, like, you ain't gotta do that for you. Don't. I'm not gonna beg you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna beg you. It's always appreciated, but I'm just letting y'all know the truth. I want to retire from the 9 to 5, and so I want to make this a full-time thing that I want to do from Monday to Friday. You know what I mean? So in order for me to do that, continue to support the channel. And that means not just super chats, which, I love the super chats, by the way, but not just super chats, making sure that you're engaging with my uploaded videos, you hyping those videos up, you sharing those videos, that helps me continue to get in the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? So my page can blow up, more views, etc., etc., etc. But for right now, support the channel with a super chat. Feel me? All right. So let's go to Stephen A. Smith, man. He was on Cam Newton's channel. He did an interview. So the reason I want to go about this. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I use for reaction content. I definitely do that. I definitely do for reaction content. I clip these up. That's why if you see it, that's how I have them segmented up. So I clip them up and then I post them as a new video. What we got? So the things I'm doing in between, like right now, I don't clip that in the video. So this is we just kicking it. Ooh, so Stephen A. Smith. Let's get into Stephen A. Smith. So there's two videos I want to watch. So this segment here is going to be a little bit longer. So I might be doing two clip videos on Stephen A. Smith. There's two parts that I want to address. And this part here that I'm going to address is pretty much the headline that I used for the live stream. And then there's another part where he was talking about LeBron James. And so I want to address both of those. So I want to get into this first one first, and then I'll give my thoughts and my opinions on it. So let's go ahead and rock out, my good people. And also, like I said, super chat it up. Let's run those numbers up. All right, let's get to it.
I love us as a people, and I'm never going to abandon us. My point is, you're not going to sit up there and think that you get to define what is supposed to be important for our community when I got a clue about it, which is why I got on Matt Barnes. You want to sit up there and you want to talk that junk about me? What did I say? Invite me on All the Smoke. You, Steven Jackson, you want to chirp? Invite me on. I dare you. I dare you. Let's talk issues. Don't give me emotion.
In sports or just...
I'm talking all of it. And everything. Because, see, I got facts. You telling me what you feel. I got facts. Me as a sports reporter, me as a commentator, what I've done for the black community, the sacrifices that I've made, the battles that I've fought. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you that I got people hired or whatever. Does Cam get hired without me, though?
No.
See what I'm saying?
No.
There's a whole bunch of people that get. Now, mind you, I didn't have to decide and vote. But had I voted no, it wouldn't have happened.
That's fine.
You understand? When it's a Kerry Champion or it's Jamel Hill or whatever, no, but respect for them. Jamel Hill is an outstanding reporter and a good person. I like Jamel. And guess what? Regardless of how Kerry tried to come at me or whatever, I got love for Kerry. I ain't got nothing negative to say about her, but I'm just making the point.
I got you.
This notion that I'm tired of folks allowing these people to talk. You know what a question that I would like people to ask? This is a question I would like people to ask. And I'm not talking about Whitlock because I will never show up anywhere with his fat ass. That would never happen. That would never happen. You know, I consider him the devil. And I apologize to Chris Broussard because Chris Broussard is my boy. He don't want me doing that because he's a very religious man. And he says there's only one devil. Don't do that, Steve. Okay, fine. So I'm going to be nice. You know what I'm saying? Sean tells me that to be nice. I got it. I understand. So I won't say that. But he is a fat piece of shit and I don't like him. All right? So then having said all of that, right? What I'm saying to you is, with that being said, outside of him, all of these people that come and sit down and talk amongst all of y'all, have you noticed they don't do that shit to my face? Have you noticed they haven't invited me on? Matt Barnes, and I shouldn't use him as an example because we good and I don't have anything against him, but I got so much respect for him, I mean it this way. If you talking, because he's a brilliant brother, right? And you know shit, right? Well, how come you didn't invite me on All the Smoke? You got a problem with my issues? What issues? How come you didn't do that? Look, listen, Draymond Green has complained about me in the past. You can invite me on. LeBron James, do you know that I told them years ago when Rich Paul and them rolled up and was like, we gonna get you on the shop. We gonna get you on the shop. And Rashawn gonna laugh about this one because it was him that insisted on it. I said happily under one condition. No edit. Me and you, live, every word aired. See, they talk. Whole bunch of people talk. But sitting in front of my face, as you know, is a little bit different. You pop that shit you want to. But when it come time, where it's not about your emotions, it's about the facts to support them. When you gonna back it up? Stacks, nothing but love for Stacks. Never uttered a negative word about that man. Never. You going on the air, I don't fuck with Stephen A. Wait, that was 3 months after you was giving me a big hug and we was hanging in the lobby in Indianapolis for All-Star Weekend. And then 3 months later, because somebody complains about some shit, because Gilly complains about Russell Westbrook and me saying he should have been suspended for a game, all of a sudden, Stacks don't mess with me. I'm going like this. You see the difference? Okay. See, when people come on your show, they go like this. Well, I just feel, and I think, and it just comes across as, notice, I'm giving you facts. I did everything but give you dates. See, people talk. Okay. But it's a lot different when you're sitting across from me. And I'm telling you right here on your show, how many people you know that are in my position, that have my platforms, that has the freedom to invite them on my show, has not only invited them on my show, but I said to them, I'll come to yours. Okay. How many people do that?
Okay.
Hey, listen. He got a point. Can't be mad at it. You cannot be mad at what he's saying. Listen, he's telling you, listen, I'm open. You can say whatever. You can say whatever you want. Invite me on your show. Let's see if you got that same smoke. Let's see if you got that same energy that you had. Let's see how big your chest is when I'm in front of you. Excuse me. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a fighting match or anything like that, but we're going to actually have a conversation. No edits. We're going to have a real raw conversation. Don't leave nothing out. And so I respect Stephen A. Smith in that regard. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, he has put in the work year after year after year to have the respect, to have the type of pull that he has. Let's be honest, bro. He's a big dog in his own right. He's a big dog. And nobody can take that away from him. I'm gonna be 110% honest. Even though you can disagree with some of his takes or however you feel about him and the way that he speaks on in politics or about Jasmine Crockett, whatever the case may be, it is what it is. He earned his keep. Real talk. He earned his keep. And so I would say the same thing to other individuals. If they got that much smoke for him, you know what I'm saying? Have a conversation with him. You know what I'm saying? If I had that type of visibility, because I know we're going to get to that topic, but even with the LeBron James shit, I had some shit to say. I'm like, damn, bro, like, nigga, that's his kid, though, bro. You just gonna talk shit about him? What we doing? If I had that type of visibility, I definitely wouldn't invite him. I said, come on, let's have a conversation, bro. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get there one day. We'll get there one day where I might be able to have a conversation with him. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be about something else though. But we'll get there. We'll get there. But but he's 110% right. There are a lot of people, especially when it comes to this content creation. There are a lot of people, they just talk. They don't want to get on the camera with you. Dog, do y'all know? I've had so many people who had so many different things to say. Because sometimes I will clip some of these videos up, right? And of course, you know how clipping is. You don't get the full context. You just get the shocking moments. And boom, you post it up on Instagram or TikTok or your shorts on YouTube, right? So I've had multiple people in TikTok and Instagram talking all kind of shit. Talking all kind of crazy. Oh, man, nigga, you ain't this, that. I swear, man, if you was this, I swear I'll do this. Man, like, bro, you ain't finna do shit. I said, listen, you got every opportunity to pull up on me, bro. Every opportunity to pull up to my show. I go live at X, Y, and Z time. Pull up. And we can have a conversation. Matter of fact, this happened, I think, a couple of weeks ago. This dude and his chick, because I posted up a clip of the Barrington Barter show. We were saying some shit about, I forgot who it was about. I know it was about a woman. And we were saying some things. And so apparently to this guy and his wife, they were coming at us, going back and forth with us. And I said, listen, I have a live going on today. If you got something you want to say to me, pull up. I will send you the link and you can come onto my show and we can have a conversation. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I meant by it. And that way you can get the full context of what I'm talking about. No, because I got time. I ain't got that kind of time on my hands. You know, I work. Nigga, I work too. So what's up? If you scared, just say that. If you scared to get on camera, show your face, and talk that same talk that you talking in my comments, get on the camera. Let's have a conversation. So yeah, I get what Stephen A saying. A lot of motherfuckers just be out here talking, bro. Just be running their mouth, just be bumping their gums, just because they can. They can hide behind their phone and be thumb warriors all fucking day. So I get it though, but make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
All right, so we're going to get now. So now we're finna jump over. We still talk about Stephen A. Smith, but we're still going to jump over to, it's the same interview, but just a different time in the interview. So again, I just had to clip it up so that way we can re-upload this. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you support the channel. Super chats, y'all. Super chats. Don't let me down today, chat. Don't let me down today. You know what I'm saying? I was upset that we didn't have our Friday show. You know what I mean? We supposed to have our Friday show. Upset me. So y'all got to make me feel better with the super chats. All right? So let's get into this one. Let's get into this next one. I don't need them.
But it wasn't because he went on Pat McAfee's show. It was because he went on there to insult me. LeBron don't do that. LeBron don't do that.
But do you see why though? Because the timeline of everything, this is something that I actually, I mean, it was in the zeitgeist. I mean, it'd be hard not to understand being a sports fan.
Right.
That was during the time where, okay, the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn happened. Then
No. With me?
Was that before?
No. The 7 p.m. with Brooklyn was like damn near a year later. Oh, yeah. I mean, a month later, rather. It was months later.
A year.
So
absolutely.
So that happened first.
That happened first, yes.
Yeah.
So did that ignite the reaction
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Contrary to popular belief, I might react to what somebody says or does as it relates to me or the industry, but it truly isn't personal. I'm just like, yo, I feel a certain way about this particular subject. It's never about the person until that day. That day, when that man went on Pat McAfee, just to disrespect me, that forever changed. All the people that you see here with me tonight, along with countless other people, they all tried to talk me out of it, every one of them. Fuck that. It don't matter. I didn't give a damn what anybody said, and I still don't. And I meant what I said. Every word you see, when I came at it, it was like, yo,
Was it not personal?
Oh, it was. That was personal.
Okay.
Because it was like, no, you didn't do that shit. You gonna go on national television just to disrespect me over something that I don't believe I did. To roll up on me courtside at a game and to roll up on me like that, that was bad enough. But then to go on the show that comes on after me, to fly into Indy, to drive damn near an hour to the studio, to sit in there for a couple of hours just to talk shit about me. Nah, bro. No, that was not going to stand. And be very, very clear. Nobody at ESPN liked it. They didn't want that. My exact words were, move out the way. I don't want to hear it. I'm not listening to anybody. This is mine. Right here. His ass is mine. I'm not having that because it was unnecessary. It was unfair. And I have facts to back it up. I'm fine now because time heals all wounds. 58 years old. Life is kind of good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he's too important to the game for me to allow whatever animus we feel towards one another to get in the way of my professionalism. And then, in the aftermath of that, as time went on, I started thinking about, man, fuck Stephen A. Don't think about me. He's too important to the culture. He's too important to so many people that he's done so much for. I'm not going to focus on me. I'm going to focus. But in that moment, Bronny was in high school. I got a crib in LA, right down the road. I never went to watch him because I thought it would be unfair to LeBron James and his family if I walked into a gym to watch Bronny, because I knew that if I walked into the gym, that everybody would be asking me, what do you see? And I knew I would have had to tell the truth, whatever that truth was based on what I saw.
But some would say that actions from LeBron and team.
What team?
Like his team. Like the support system.
Okay.
Right? That everything was agitated because of your report of Bronny, which makes it personal for him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody were to attack your dad, right?
That would be a problem.
So when he and I don't know what was said when I see videos, I see pictures of when he came to you at the game, and then even there were discussions during the Pat McAfee show about Bronny. That's him as a father, though.
Here's what the deal is. I'm gonna give you the whole lowdown one more time. All right, much against the interest of my publicist and all that. I don't care. Okay, I'm just gonna give it to you and tell you the truth. Bronny was in high school. I never covered him. Bronny goes to USC. I say nothing. He develops the heart ailment. I'm on national TV. God bless him and his family. I hope he's okay. Nothing else matters. Bronny declares for the draft. Congratulations, go for it. Shit, why should he go to the G League or whatever? Oh, Stephen A., but you know, that's his son. I mean, he ain't earning his way. Bump that. Well, what LeBron has done for the league, I don't care. We all support it. Let him get drafted by the Lakers. He comes into the NBA. We say nothing. Okay? Opening night. The Griffies, junior and senior, baseball.
Right.
They're in attendance because it's a father-son thing. Stephen A. Smith is sitting behind courtside on the baseline at the Lakers game, standing up applauding. It's a great, great moment. My thinking was, now you're going to be in the G League, working on your skills to get yourself ready. That's not what happened. Cool. I never opened my mouth until he was in the G League one night. And then the next night, he in the game in the first quarter, guarding Tyrese Maxey. And I said, well, wait a minute. Now we got a problem. Because he ain't ready for that. And you as his dad, being on the Mount Rushmore of basketball, who is a basketball savant, one of the most brilliant minds we've ever seen in the game of basketball, knows this better than us. So when you put him in that position, now you're doing two things.
This is where the rubber meets the road right here, Stephen A. When you prefaced it as a father, you're going against it in the sense of this. That's the problem. Everything that you said up to that point, I ain't got nothing for you. But as soon as you get to the point of as a father, so now you're questioning me as a father and my decision-making skills. Because yeah, you could have left that listen, bro, as a guy who has the highest IQ, guy that's on the Mount Rushmore, the guy who's been doing it for 20 plus years and still doing it to this day. What did you like? You know what I'm saying? What is it that you see? I think if you would have came at it from that perspective, like, hey, let's have a conversation. I'm curious. See, this is what I'm saying. Now, of course, hindsight is 2020. You know what I'm saying? Hindsight is 2020. But if he would have came at it from the sense of, listen, you know what? I'm not going to cover this just yet. What I want to do, I want to ask LeBron James in real time, or just in person, right? Or just in person. Hey, bro, I got a question for you. Because in the fact of, your grade, your accolades, your IQ and everything, bro, I'm curious though. What is it like? What is it that you see, from your perspective, so that way I can get a full range of what it is that you see. So I want to report this right, because I know a lot of people got a lot of things to say about the shit with Bronny and the Philadelphia 76ers, him guarding Maxey. I want to know what is it that we see that y'all see that we may be missing. But you prefaced it by saying, as a father. How do you know him as a father? Say, you know what? I think this is great for him. How do you not know the fact that, like, listen, this is gonna toughen him up? We know who he guarding. We know he gonna guard Tyre. We know he gonna guard Maxey. But we're doing this because we trying to build that confidence in him. It could be for whatever reason. And I think that was the problem. You said as a father, you're questioning his ability as a father, his decision-making skills as a father, not as a hooper, not as a coach, as a father, bro. That's where you're missing it. That's the only thing that you're missing. Everything else, I ain't got nothing else to say.
Number one.
But do you not know, can you agree that it's still a sensitive topic?
Yes. But what I'm saying is, here's the sensitive part that he's missing. You're on a public platform and essentially you're asking us not to do our job.
Okay.
Because we got to cover him now. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so because we got to cover him, all right?
No matter what the relationship is.
No matter what we got to cover him. So it's like, you're essentially asking us not to do our job.
No.
And you deserve a lot if you LeBron. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve us to turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to our responsibilities as professional reporters covering the sport. You don't do that. So what I was saying is, when I said as a father, which is what got Draymond Green in an uproar and other people, I wasn't talking about literally, you just as far. I'm like, it's you.
But you saying it's you, but you still don't understand it in that time and moment because the decision was made. You said as a father, bro. If you just would have said if you would have said, listen, as a basketball player, as one of the greatest basketball players to ever do it on the court, what is it that you saw? You could have covered it, but when you say as a father, because you have never said that in any aspect. So because it seems like a personal attack, bro, that's what you're missing in Stephen A. That's the only thing that you're missing. That's the only thing. Everything else, you're valid. Everything else is valid. You're just missing it on that point, dog.
You know the attention you automatically are going to bring to him. So to combine that with putting him in that predicament, you're asking us not to cover the sport. That's pushing it. No. So when I was talking about as a father, I wasn't talking about Bronny. I was like, forget him. He's going to be all right. I believe he's going to be a good NBA player someday. I really believe in Bronny. I think he's got potential.
Me too.
But I was saying to LeBron, you know better because you know what we got to do.
No, I believe. That's fair. That's true. All is fair. You cover Bronny. Yes, do it. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Criticize, do whatever it is that you do. But when you start to throw in as a father, that changes the entire dynamic. Nobody's telling him not to cover. We already know what comes with that. We already know what comes with that territory. We already know that Stephen A was going to cover him. That's not the problem that's being had here. It's when you preface it as a father. Don't do that. Don't do that. We just cover him how you cover everything else. Don't bring the relationship as the father-son said. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why are you doing that? That's what I meant when I said as a father. If you have a problem, as I said, and this is why Rich Paul and I don't particularly speak much or anything like that, but I always have respect for Rich Paul. And this typifies why. He waited a couple of days after the whole me and LeBron.
But you see what I'm saying? I believe he don't know that. Stephen A didn't know that. Because he don't know what LeBron was thinking. What if LeBron say he is ready? So we got to put him out there with the Sharks. Just because we as the viewers, as the consumers of the game, look at it as, oh, I don't think he's ready. He probably already seen it. He practices with his son. He's around his son all the time. He would know better than any of us if his son is ready or not. He would know that. So do we not have the confidence enough to say, you know what? In his head, he probably made the right decision. He says Terry says that's a strong point. I just had this in my personal life without sharing the sincere intent first. Can seem like a personal attack, especially if no trust was established. How is land? Yeah, how it lands matter. Exactly. How it lands matter, because if we never had this discussion before, you don't know the sentiment, and you, as a father, no, pimp. Because regardless of the intent, it's how he received it. Cool. If you would have just the intent again. I understand that, we all look at things from a different perspective. We all receive things differently, right? Some people would say, bro, just brush off your shoulder. He just said as a father, like, ain't nothing wrong with that. But LeBron could have received that differently. It's like, now you judge me as a father now, my dude? Like, what we doing? Just cover the sport. Why you doing that? Why you bringing personal shit into this? So yeah, bro. I think that's the only point that Stephen A is missing here. And Stephen A is a smart dude, though. He's a smart dude. He's great, bro. He is. He's dope as fuck.
And he called me. And I asked Rich Paul. I said to him, my exact words to him was, just give me grace on this.
This is you talking.
This is me talking to Rich Paul. Did I ever dog Bronny? He said, no, you did not.
No, he didn't dog.
I said, one more question.
He didn't dog Bronny at all.
If you had called me and said to me, LeBron is pissed off. LeBron want to see you. What would I have done?
Made yourself.
He said, you'd have been on the next flight to LA. I said, thank you. Because, see, that's my reputation. Now, see, people can chirp and they can talk at all this stuff. Yo, bro, I've been at this for over 32 years. What you're not going to find, no matter where you look, is somebody saying, I betrayed them. And they ain't going to tell you I attack families and stuff like that. I would never do that in a million years. I wasn't paying.
He don't attack families. He don't attack families.
Attention to Bronny in a literal sense. I was saying you are on the Mount Rushmore. I got you as the second greatest player to have ever lived. This famous footage of him talking about and literally giving you the last 3 minutes of a game where he's dissecting and highlighting every single play that took place. That's what a savant LeBron is with basketball. So I'm like, you must know. You can't put him in that position in front of us like that. But a lot of people can't say that. I can. So I did. And that was it. My point is that when he rolled up courtside, I was like, yo, bro, we can meet in the back. Fuck that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, I'm sitting courtside with Larry David for Curb Your Enthusiasm, you know? And I'm like, and Ari Emanuel, the owner of William Morris Endeavor. I'm like, I'm sitting courtside with them. Brother rolled up courtside during timeout in the third quarter.
So you felt disrespected?
Well, not just disrespected, but defenseless. Because what I'm going to do, Cam?
What can you do?
Like, it's courtside in the third quarter of a game, a nationally televised game. And by the way, it's on the night it was announced, my new contract. That night. That day, the news came out that I had signed a new deal. That night is when he did that. So my point is, it's all of those emotions. And then you couple that by going on ESPN. Well, yo, it's no disrespect to anybody, but I'm the top dog at ESPN. You think you gonna come on the network where I work and disrespect me and I'm gonna sit there muted? Hell no. That was not going to happen. And so because of that, I said, now the gloves come off. We've been dancing around this all of these years. We don't like each other. Now I'm over that now. I don't feel the animosity towards him that I once felt.
Have you since then talked to him?
No.
Do you have, is there a world where obviously you are the face of sports media.
Yep.
Domestically, and I don't speak globally, but I will go as far as to say the top dog in that regard.
Facts.
Is there a world where you and LeBron are able to sit down, whether on camera or off camera?
I'm a grown-ass man. If LeBron wanted to talk to me, I would talk to him.
Okay, now let's flip it.
I just know.
Do you want to talk to LeBron?
And I don't care. I really don't. It doesn't matter to me whether we do or don't. It doesn't matter because it has no effect and impact on my career. And the reason why that's important for you to understand is because it's time that we stop playing games when it comes to this industry. I do not need him any more than he needs me. I'm good. I'm not some cover reporter. I'm not some beat writer. I'm not some cat that ain't making no paper, and I haven't established myself in this business and conjure a level of respect that I have. I know who I'm on the phone with every day. I know who the people that I talk to. I know the journalistic credentials that I have built spanning 32 plus years. You can say whatever you want. You can't deny what I have done, what I have accomplished.
That's right.
And so my point is that I don't need him any more than he needs me. And what you have to understand, and I'm sure you'll agree with this, as a former star athlete, a lot of people hate that reality. They hate the fact that there's a journalist, a reporter, a commentator, a pundit out there that don't need them. How often do you hear me use the line? I get paid to talk about you. I don't get paid to talk to you.
Yeah, well, where I sit.
Right.
And I think highly of you. I think highly of LeBron, Mav, Rich, the whole game.
So do I.
So that's where I'm like, I'm not going to condone y'all not being on good terms because
we don't have to be on good terms.
But it makes the narrative, dare I say, it'd be better for our people.
Let me tell you the kind of man I am.
a good point.
LeBron and I don't ever have to speak in life again. He could pick up the phone and call me and say, man, I need this for these kids in Akron. Where you need me? Man, I got to do some shit for these kids in South Central LA or whatever. Or I got to do some shit for some kids in New York. Done. This notion that all of us got to sing Kumbaya and hug one another, that ain't reality. We're men. You got your life, I got mine.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm not going to hold you. That's a great point. He making a great point, and that's where that's that level of maturity. That's that level of the level that Stephen A is at now. He's in that place of serene peace. Multiple dollars coming in. He don't have to, he don't have to get it out the mud anymore. He chilling. He real deal at peace. Now, of course, just for the optics and just how we like to see everything, we would love to see them, come together, hash that shit out. Like, hey, big dog, I was off. Bron come to apologize. Listen, bro, I was off. I received that information wrong, man. That's me, dog. Can you forgive me? It is what it is. Lock it up. Me personally, I would say do it behind the scenes. Do that shit behind the scenes because it ain't gotta be, that shit don't have to be public. Everybody ain't gotta see that shit. Y'all just do it back in, or LeBron give Stephen A a call. Like, hey man, listen, bro, I just want to apologize, for that whole debacle and shit, this shit the way, let's sit down, let's have a talk. Let's hash this shit out. You feel me? And so on and so forth. I think that would be pretty dope. But like I said, he's in a great space. Stephen A is in this great space. LeBron is in a great space. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. They both are in great spaces. They don't need each other. They are phenomenal without. They are doing good. They are fine. They're gonna be fine. So, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
He said, pour that thing up. Hold on, pour what thing up? What you talking about, Battle Zone? I appreciate he said he doesn't feel animosity and doesn't have revenge. I just hope on his own time he can have the heart-to-heart conversation, full understanding. Yep, I agree. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be right back, y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna be right back. Don't go nowhere. Support the channel too. Hit the super chats up real quick while I'm back. It ain't gonna take me that long. I just gotta go grab another drink real quick. Be right back. Then we gonna get into some Kendra G. Oh boy, we are back. And we are back. All right, so what we got next? I said Kendra G. I don't think it was Kendra G. Oh, so we got Cam. We got 3 more topics. So we're gonna get into the Jay-Z. I want to see what this is about because it's a Jay-Z lyrical flow, reasonable doubt, talking about Biggie and things like that. So I want to get into that. I want to see what he's talking about, and then I'll give my thoughts and opinions on it. All right. So let's go ahead and rock out. Don't forget to support the channel as well. Support the retirement fund, my good people. Y'all slacking today.
The first time I wrote a rhyme that I thought I could do it was, I'm the king of hip hop, renewed like the Reebok, the key in the lock with words so provocative. As long as I live, I'll be. When I caught that pocket, I was like, oh, I got this. My early years, I had a big green notebook. My mom had got me this notebook, and I was just writing, and it would be sideways and slanted and just like a mess. And I was writing really small because I didn't want anybody to read what I was writing. In my teenage years, I moved further away from the house. And as I moved further away from the house, it was hard to like hold these things. I had to retain these thoughts. I didn't write anymore in that little green notebook. I wish I had it, man. I'm really, I never kept up with things.
Oh shit, my bad.
That's a whole different experience. I'll tell you about that. That was the first time I made a demo. Jazz and Big Daddy Kane in Brooklyn were the two guys at that moment. And the connector was Fresh Gordon. You know who Fresh Gordon is? I know because I've read about it. Oh, okay. Fresh Gordon was a super connect. Everyone used to be in his house. Fresh Gordon actually really, I believe, did the Push It beat and sold it for like $5,000. That's the folklore. I don't know if it's true. But you go to Fresh Gordon house and Marky D be there, Pepper, and then he had like all the computer equipment. His house was beautiful, incredible. So anyway, in that house, the two guys were gonna meet up. They was gonna make what we call a mixtape now. And everyone was talking about, who's that kid? And so Kane was like, I want to work with you. And I made a demo with Kane. And it was the first time I was like, oh, I can make songs. And that was I played for my uncle. He's like, man, get that shit out of here. I was like, I'm gonna be better than LL Cool J. It's like, get the fuck out of here. But my uncle loved me. He was protecting me in that moment the way he could. Because I was dreaming too big for him. He was like, let me. And
that's the thing. And that's the thing too with a lot of parents, I know we have our own minds and our own thoughts about things, and our family, they tell us, hey man, listen, don't think too, don't think too fucking high because you don't want to get disappointed. They're protecting you. They do love you. That doesn't mean that they don't care, but they're protecting you in the way that they only know how, because they can't think beyond, what their own limits, So sometimes you can't be upset. You can't be upset at your parents because they don't think or they don't have that same vision as you. Sometimes they aren't going to be able to see it until you're actually in it and doing it. And they're like, oh shit, you're actually out here doing it. So, then that pushes, that kicks the door in, is like, oh shit, you really can do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just food for thought for those of y'all, you got big dreams and your mind you are thinking beyond what any other person would think of, and your parents are telling you, nah, that doesn't seem realistic. Don't be mad at them. They only think as far as they can. Don't be upset at them about that. Just say, okay, I got you, I hear you, but you continue to keep thinking how you think. Continue to keep thinking big, beyond your own limits.
Let you down. It don't happen like that in life. After 96, all the material that's on Reasonable Doubt was pretty much already in my head. The thing about that album is the freedom in it and how naive I was. I didn't know anything about the music business. I wasn't trying to make the greatest song or, Streets is Watching. The third verse is 68 bars. There's not 16 structured bars that I know is be palatable for the audience. What I was thinking during Reasonable Doubt was when my guys hear this, it's gonna be their mind's gonna be blown because we just left Vegas and this tells the story of our whole trip. They're gonna go crazy. This story that we just completed and now we're back home, they're hearing on wax. That was it. I was trying to make music for guys who were in the street and living just like us, to have like a soundtrack to, you know, the emotions that we were dealing with, not just like the highs, not the Lexus and thing. That was part of it. Yes. Right. That's the eye candy, the Lexus with the TV sets and then, but the interior feelings and emotions was really what I was trying to accomplish as a writer. Like, how do I go even deeper to like, I'm going to tell you what you were thinking when you were doing that. Cause it was exactly what I was thinking. I know exactly how you felt in that moment when you felt that paranoia or that exhilaration, whatever it was. I've been around this block too many times, rock too many rhymes. Most times I come up with the flow first. You may have heard like people like he does his Rain Man in the studio. Cause I'm like, I'm trying to work out the pockets and then I'll fill it with words. What Biggie had was a jazz pocket that we didn't really know we was listening to until later on. One of his neighbors was this like jazz musician who would take him to like shows and things like that. We knew Rakim was you know, come from a jazz background, right? So we understood I got a Tillery lyrical demo, down. So he's mimicking a horn, but Biggie was so unorthodox that it was like, Jesus. That's just jazz, you know, improv, what he was doing. I don't come from a musical family, like, you know, no instruments, but it was just so much music in the house that it just was innate in me to think musically as well as I thought lyrically. Even the first album, when I didn't know what I was doing, I listened to some of those pockets, and they all like melodic. One day you're cruising in the 7, next day you're sweating, forgetting your lives. Yeah, collaborations is important to me because again, it's almost like another ingredient. And let's see how we can create a song that is authentic to all of us. The artist wants the other person to have a great performance because you want a great record. You don't want to have a performance where you're just, you know, your verse is just obliterating someone and then, you know, no one wants to hear that verse. That's not good for the song itself. I'm a fan of songwriting, so I want to know that the outcome. I'm curious to see how, you know, how this is going to turn out. You know, what is Pimp C going to say on this beat?
Right.
You know, he didn't like that beat in the beginning. It was just like, hey, Jig, man, that's thing too fruity, man. Like he thought he was making like the biggest commercial like sellout record, and he took some convincing. He still did the song. We actually was really cool once we met each other. I think he had 8 bars. I'm not sure, maybe 12. I think he had 12 bars. 12-bar verse that was like one of the most memorable verses on a song. Cause me and Bun is like, it's the big rap pick, but you know, we just did a triplet flow to it. Big pimp and spin the cheese. But he did the opposite. He wouldn't even, he cut it in like, I think quarter note, whatever. He cut it like smoke. And I was like, what is he doing? And then by the like 4th bar, I was like, oh my God. Just beautiful. Like on Brooklyn's Finest, I didn't get to hear that till maybe a month later. So I did all those little parts. I'm saying, what's your name? Who shot you? And Biggie filled those in. And when he was like, in Faith have twins, she probably had 2 pox. I was just like, oh my God, it's just such a good line. It's just so good. And it was just so, he was one of those ones who ain't run from like controversy, whether it made him look bad or not. Like, you know, most people ego wouldn't allow him to say that. And it was like one of the endearing qualities that he had as a writer, you know, black and ugly as ever. And then one word was so powerful. However, black and ugly as ever. However, anything he said after that was going to be amazing. Those are little tricks as a writer that, you know, that everyone's trying to accomplish. I can't say everyone. That's that I'm trying to accomplish. Like when I'm writing, is like just a word that just changes the framing of the thought in a powerful way in the shortest amount of time. Because that's hard to do. Like if you got unlimited, you know, God did verses. I'm gonna hit on something because I'm writing through so many pockets. I'm gonna hit on a bunch of things. But if I got 8 bars, you know, if you think about like fronting, like that was a very condensed, hard verse to write. You got 8 bars to convey your thoughts and get out of there.
Every time your name was brought up, I would act all nonchalant in front of an audience like you was just...
You know, those is when you got to sit down and really just like, you know, make sure every measure counts.
Guess who's back?
It's a challenge for the pen, like when you're creating for someone else, and especially people that you respect. You know, Dr. Dre, I grew up obviously a fan of him and Snoop. You know, this is Dr. Dre coming off, you know, leaving Death Row. I know where he was trying to go because I've been there a couple of times with like Kingdom Come and those things. So he's trying to make, you know, he's like, I'm leaving this place and I want to mature. So for me, it was just natural to like get into his psyche. Like, what would he be thinking right there? What would I be thinking?
Right.
I would be thinking, I have to remind people that I'm Dr. Dre. That's where Still Dre comes. Still.
Dr. Dre is the name. I'm ahead of my gang still.
It's like a challenge for you as a creator. For me, that's where I really thrive. Like when I'm challenged to like do
Well, they definitely
make a word mean
all
more.
this shit out.
It's triple entendre, quadruple entendre. That's when I feel like I'm at my best. You know, you can pin yourself in the corner and say, I'm gonna write a song about, you know, alcohol. And I'm gonna just like find clever lyrical exercise is a better example. So now I'm just gonna take all these references, you know, about bars and sit-ups and chin-ups and things, and I'm gonna make it make sense. And it can't be corny.
Bring your squad, bicep, triceps, and quads.
Almost like a cooking show. These are the ingredients I got to work with. I'm making this type of meal, and I have these sort of things, and that's it. You take one of your arms and you tie it behind your back. That's a challenge, but it's a challenge as a writer that you relish and you want.
What good is a menage a trois when you have a soulmate?
444 was, I mean, the toughest thing I had to write, and not lyrically, not the greatest metaphors I've ever created, but like the vulnerability and the honesty and transparency. That's hard. That's a difficult thing.
I suck at love. I think I need a do-over. I will be emotionally available if I invited you over.
But to do it for the entire album and to sit in that and like talk about real subjects and real talk about, you know, how your kids are going to feel. And, you know, at some point you're going to have to sit down and speak to them and all these different topics. That was the most difficult album that I had to write. And Niggas in Paris, I think that as a writer, those are like some of my best moments, the finest moment for me, the most rewarding. I wouldn't say best. My most rewarding moments is to make something that people just dancing to, having a good time. But the theme of it is just like, wow, you know. It still has a connotation of racism in it, how people look at you, and we know about the French relationship with Africa and their money and blah blah. There's a lot of deep things that's happening at one time. You mentioned like story of OJ. It's like this idea that once you've attained the success, you're a different person. Like you walk in as a different person, and I believe like OJ got to a point where he thought he was bigger than race. And he was like, no, I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Okay.
And it was like,
I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay. How's nigga?
Okay. Right. Because the moment you're not OJ, we're going to see how that ends. Right.
Mhm.
Whereas, you know, myself, I show up as myself. And writing that in the song, there's just like, there's a responsibility that I have, and I think everyone has, that's come from certain places where we come from, that just comes with it. That's just the responsibility you carry. Like when you walk in the room, you ain't walking in just a solo. You represent the history of what's been done in this country, and it don't have to be all loud. You know, it's like every second of the day, but it's there. It's like air. The thing about B is she's actually an underrated songwriter. She really can write songs, but she does so much that I think what she gravitates towards is a producer. I think she likes songwriting. I never asked her this question. I'm gonna ask her this question, but I think she likes songwriting. She loves producing because the thing she does is unbelievable. It's like she'll hear a snare from a song that maybe we heard once a year ago, where she'll just pull a snare from somewhere, or like take this song and mix it with this song and then put that bridge over here, or, you know, have a completely different song on a completely different beat and make it work for a whole other project. You know, I'm watching that like, wow, inspired by, you know, what she's doing. And I never really thought about that, but I'm almost sure like she likes songwriting. She loves producing. Yeah. Remember, hip hop was about the gift of discovery. That was it. When you went to school, you couldn't have the person that was already good. You have to say, yo, I got the new tape of somebody you never heard of. And it actually told the story of you. That's why hip hop became so big, because everyone wanted to feel those feelings. I tell people all the time, never fight against the future.
Right.
Future's coming. Artists, they were trying to recreate something that was already done, but they're not connected to it like that. They're not living it and breathing it. They were fighting against gravity.
Yep.
As opposed to telling their story. We needed that other side.
Yep.
We needed to hear about what happens when you have 4 successful albums. What happens? What is that feeling like? How do you make the next one? How did you get in the studio? How are your kids? How do you interact with them as this hip hop dad? But if you're trying to make young music and you're not young, it's going to be inauthentic, and people could feel that. You could smell it. So the best thing that anyone.
That's facts. That's facts, bro. It's just think about comedy too. One of the people that I like to reference is Kevin Hart, right? If you look at Kevin Hart's comedy from Seriously Funny all the way up to his latest stand-up, it's still about his life, but it's about everything that has happened. It's almost like an update of his life. The more successful, the more visibility that he gained, he talked more and more about that, right? Oh, I've gotten the success. I've gained this, you know. Oh, I used to talk about my Uncle Richard Jr. and now he's doing phenomenal. Now, you know, he's interacting with the kids and X, Y, and Z. Now it's a whole new experience, right? And so I think, and there, even though some people who remember, man, it wasn't that good, is because now those people can't relate. But because he can still gravitate and still bring those individuals that originally was rocking with the previous comedy, they can still relate, and it's still funny to them because they still remember the Uncle Richard Jr.'s, you know, they want to hear the update of the son, you know, and the wife and different things like that. So there's still familiarity there. And so he's just bringing it together like, okay, so this is what they were doing back then, you know, because I was telling my son, bye, you know, what was that joke where he told his son, like, you're a grown man, now take the trash out. Then he saw a raccoon coming, and the raccoon come chasing the son. He saw it, and he closed the door on his son. Like, sorry, son, it was either you or me. You see what I'm saying? So you can still, and we can still laugh at that, even though he was talking about he was in this big ass house. We can still relate to shit like that because we all been in a position where we had to take the trash out. I know I have, especially when I used to live in Alabama. It's dark as shit, and you hear all these goddamn noise and movements in the bushes. It's like, hey man, what the fuck is that? So now you got to speed up trying to get the trash can to the curb and run and goddamn zip it right back up in the house before something gets you, before something grab you on your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So we can relate to things like that. And I think that's the same thing that Jay-Z is saying right here too. You trying to relate to you 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, you still trying to rap like you 22. No, big dog. You didn't experience life from it. You got life. The way that you view life is totally different from that 22-year-old. Talk about the things that you're going through now. More people can relate to it. We already know you put a dope beat behind it and you put some real shit behind it that people can relate to instantly. They're going to be rocking with you. Even at the age of 40, but y'all still you're 40-something years old, you still up here trying to talk about young shit. Like, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Your old ass. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. You 42 years old talking about you pulling pistols, you popping pistols, you got the switch on you. Bro, ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. You too old to be worried talking about some thug shit, man. Talk about something else. Talk about how your bones is creaking when you get up out the bed in the morning. Talk about that prostate that you got to get, that you're afraid to go get because you don't want nobody to put some shit up your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like you see what I'm saying? Talk about some shit that people can actually relate to in your age group. And because now, guess what? Those individuals that are younger, they're listening to it because now they understand, like, oh shit. So that's what life gonna be like when I turn this age. Hey, he telling a full-on story. Fuck. You see what I'm saying? Instead of trying to go all the way back to 22 when you're 42 years old, that's crazy.
What you can do, like going through music, is to tell a story, and just keep creating from that space.
Yep.
I love what the Clips are doing right now, and how it's authentic to them, and they're telling a story about their mom and dad who just passed away, and how deep that is, with John Legend singing on the chorus, and like, you know, everything that they've been through is an authentic display, a piece of classic material that it could have came out 96 or come out 2026. It still feels the same because it's real and it's authentic to who they are.
You was tired but not ready to go. Basically was dying without letting me know.
After Black Album, it was more so like, what do I want to say and what do I have to say? And what's the challenge in the writing? Success hasn't changed my approach to making music. I've always felt like my aspirations were ahead of where I was currently. Even with all the success, I'm still like, no. This is where we belong. This is our place. I'm just 2 years ago was like fighting with the NFL to put Dr. Dre on. It's not fighting, but like convincing. It's like, y'all 30 years too late. Like, this is supposed to been happen. That emotion was from the first album to now. That fight to say, we're here, this is what we're about, and we're gonna get there, and this is what we deserve. Like I said, those are the ingredients that go in the song, whether it be about, you know, a big yacht or the Lexus, bragging about money. Those are just props. That's not the engine. That's not the emotion that my music is running on. But once you get into the interior of the song, what you're hearing is the same thing you're gonna hear from, you know, someone who has some integrity, morality, questions about religion, questions about who you are as a man, relationships, your legacy, your children, the fears that they're gonna have, you know, whatever karmic debt that you put out there, and how, you know, that's gonna affect your family. Those are the real themes. My locations have changed, but who I am as a person and what I believe in, none of that's changed. Things I believe to be true, maybe young, I don't believe so much. You know, a lot.
Man, shout out to Jay-Z, bro. And shout out to Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, for giving some insight, you know what I mean? One of the things is, when I was younger, I wasn't big on Jay-Z. Jay-Z grew on me. Jay-Z had grew on me, bro. At one point, I was like, bro, who is like Jay-Z trash? But then as I sat down and I actually started to listen to Jay-Z, I'm like, bro, dude, pretty dope. And so ever since then, I've just been a fan of Jay-Z, you know, his business acumen, the way that he went from rapping to doing movie productions to becoming this ultimate businessman, sitting down with guys like Warren Buffett, having these conversations with these multimillionaires and understanding how to look at things from a different perspective, looking at things from a business perspective, and understanding how to gain true wealth, man, it's a whole different aspect. It's a whole different aspect, and it's pretty dope. And it's pretty dope to see, man. I think we need more people like that in the world too. So. But shout out to him. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
All right, so do I want to talk about that? Let me see how much time we got. Yeah, we got some time. We can talk. We can cover both of those. We can cover Dame Dash and Cameron. You know, they got their little beef going on. Also, make sure y'all support the channel, man. Super chat, run the numbers up. I haven't seen the super chat yet. Y'all slacking. Y'all upsetting me right now.
Fuck you! Fuck you! And fuck you! Who's next?
Bruh, y'all crazy as hell. So look, man, let's go to this. Let's talk. I want to talk about this Dame Dash and Cameron situation. So just recently, Kevin Hart went on to the Cameron and Mace's show, and Cameron asked Kevin Hart a question about what does he think about Dame Dash, right? About Dame Dash. Kevin Hart didn't say nothing. Kevin Hart just got up and he walked the fuck up out of there. He did come back. Don't know what the fuck happened. So we're gonna dive into it. But Dame Dash, he made a rebuttal to the situation, and he gonna have something to say about it. So we're gonna rock out, we're gonna listen to it, and then we'll give our thoughts and our opinions on it. All right. So let's get to it.
Dame, happy to have you back on the platform, man. Happy to have you back. It's been a while, man. We haven't did an interview in a while, man. What's popping with you, man? I heard you got a new deal with BET. What's going on with you, man?
Everything's good. You live from CEO Country Club, Florida. And this is my headquarters, and this is where I work when I'm out here. And yeah, I made this announcement when I was on The Breakfast Club. No one just believed me. I showed alleged Charlemagne the trailer, but he wanted to act like he didn't see it and lied, allegedly. But, this has been done for a while. And what I did is I made it and licensed it to them. And it's the first tranche of my paid in full. And it's the docu-series. So, I basically am telling you exactly who I'm talking about, from where the coke comes from, pause all the way to, where it gets to Harlem, the people. And then from there, we do the scripted. So this is the first tranche of my paid in full. And I tell that story through OG stories. I licensed it to BET and Paramount for domestic. And then I keep the rest of the world for my television network, the new network. So it's a different kind of deal. It's definitely not a deal that made me rich, because I had to pay for everything, but I still own it. So the difference between me and 50 is, there was an announcement made that I got greenlit, and that's not what happened. We already made me, Brian, and Louis Carr, before Louis was the president, we did this deal. And, we did it where no one could stop it, where it was, don't even pay for it. I'll make it. I'll license it to you. I'll own it. And, what's crazy is since he's become president, it's a little harder to maneuver over there. But the point is, there'll be an announcement of when it's coming out, but it is coming out, let's just say very soon. It's already done. No one can stop it. And, there is nobody telling me what to do. There's no boss. I don't work for them. All I did was rent them to distribute it for cable television and Paramount Plus, just giving this story a platform. But what's funny is if, they don't make an announcement, no one believes it. Even my friends that I've already told this were like, oh, you need any help? I'm like, I already did this already. So when I spoke to y'all, remember I told you I was working on, but the thing is, what people have to understand is I directed it. My crew, we made all the music in it with my band. I helped edit it, basically, every second with every editor. It's 10 episodes. And, the people are people that I personally know. And personally saw. I don't have to clear anything to tell my personal experience as it relates to Harlem. So for Cheap Teeth, aka Fredo, aka Cameron, aka I want to talk about sweaty men every day for a living, and now aka Paws getting thrown around by wrestlers on some clown shit. To me, that's just not what I have for him. He better get to work if he wants to go make paid in full and stop getting thrown around by wrestlers and maybe keep my name.
Did y'all see? No, did y'all Stephen old buddy snatched on camera up though? Old buddy from the podcast, WWE wrestler, snatched Cameron ass up, but because Cam was on some crazy, like, man, nigga, I don't even know why this nigga here, bro. That shit was funny as hell, bro. Camera is a fucking character, dog. I swear.
Out of his big mouth with those cheap teeth, with those what are those in his mouth? Because again, if you're gonna do something as intricate and personal as getting teeth, pause, you should be patient. You should make sure it's the right dentist, and you should make sure they're not too big for your face.
I could have sworn everything was good between both of y'all. Like, what happened, y'all? Like, why y'all going back and forth again?
He keeps talking about me. They keep bringing me up,
bro.
They keep trying to throw jabs, and I could care less. They're children. They play childish games. I just feel like they might keep saying my name because it gets them relevant or in the algorithm. But I just don't know how you can make a career talking about me once or twice a week or bringing my name up, or why you want people to think I'm fucked up. I don't know why you want people to think that. And you're supposed to, you know what I mean? Like, now it's you. You're the new one on the other side. But so corny. You think it felt good, pause, to see him jumping around with G-Unit like a clown? I know they laughing at him. I know they made him do it. I just think they got pictures of him, allegedly. But they should stop talking about me. It's not even like I'm starting, but I don't know what it is. They know I'm not going to let any of that slide. But they've been, you know, I was just waiting for to get real teeth. Like, I had the dentures, but, you know, I told you I had, right there, in the last interview, I had dentures. Because I was going through the bone healing, but now I got the implants, so I'm popping it now. And we back outside. So you see, you know, Nikki Licky got a hit record with PD Crack F1. I got the CEO race team is racing May 2nd at the Arbondale racetrack, so you'll see that. And I'm opening up these CEO country clubs, my version of a real Soho house, all around the country. And, you know, LA's the first. Well, actually, I did it here first. But then LA, I'm opening that. Then we're going to go open up the hotel in Chicago. But it's members only. And
I gotta see something, bro. I really gotta see something. I don't mean to count his pockets, but I gotta see something. What's his net worth, man? What's his net worth? And again, take this information with a grain of salt because they don't always give the accurate number. But I just want to see where they're saying his number is at. So in 2026, Dame Dash's net worth is estimated to be around minus $10 million. What? Minus 10 million with a realistic range of negative 5 million to 10 million, depending on the value of his remaining business interests and the enforceability of his debts. Fuck. So recent court filings and public disclosures show that Dash is over 25 million in debt. Ooh, wait. 25 million, boy. Damn. So 25 million in debt with liabilities, including not assets, liabilities. 19 million owed to the IRS. 640,000 in support obligations to ex-wife Rachel Roy and others. Shit. Thousands in child support to multiple ex-partners. He has filed for bankruptcy, citing only about $4,350 in assets at the time of filing, which includes a $500 cell phone and no ownership of a home, car, electronics. Oh, he finessing. He finessing 1000%. Dame Dash co-founder Rockefeller Records. Okay, so that's just. So while Dame Dash remains a cultural figure in hip hop history, His 2026 financial reality is defined by massive debt and a negative net worth, far from the 50 million he reported once had. Damn. But but hey, who knows? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You still got to take that with a grain of salt, because he may have filed for bankruptcy. He probably got that shit in somebody else's name, so he's still able to operate and do business. So but as far as we know, based on Google, that boy had 25 million worth of debt. Woo! That's crazy.
I'm only letting people in that I really with pause, or I know it's going to be productive.
So I take it that that video that went viral of Cam asking Kevin Hart about you. You ain't like that. You wasn't feeling that.
Oh, that was another one. Well, I don't know why they would do that. And they, he's like a planned skit every day. So you never know what's real or what's not over there. It's WWE life over there with me. But I don't know why the first question you would say is, what do you think about Dame Dash? I mean, that's gay to me. Like, why are you asking another man what they think about me? That's gay, allegedly. So, again,
Allegedly.
the reason why Kev is not cool with me now is because I was protecting him when Kev was bothering him. And the next, I showed it when I saw Kev, he had on Uggs and, leotards or whatever. And I got at him and said, don't bother Cam no more. That's my little brother. You know better than that. He's with me. Pause. And then Fredo asked that question. And literally he called me like, yo, man, I think he got at me. He wasn't just telling me other than to say protect him. So I said, I got you, little bro. Don't worry about it. Like I always do. Every time Cam has had a problem, I've dealt with it, not other shit that I don't know about. But when he has any issues in business, I'll save his life. When he had any business, that's why I was so like upset when he got punched in his face and didn't do anything with my cousin there. Because I was like, yo, I thought you're supposed to be watching. He's like, he wasn't paying me that day. We was friends. He's not going to get his sneak bodyguard on some slick shit. But I got to remember, this is the guy that got his, his whole career punched out of his face and didn't do anything. And it was only 3 people. Only 3 people. It was like, it was 3 people. It was like, that's it? That's why you let a man punch you in your face? At least punch him in the face and run or curl up or something, but don't get in the car and drive off and cry in the car. And then go get some, a mouthpiece because you had because he was Bucky Dent before, pause. And now he got a mouthpiece, a cheap mouthpiece. And I'm just wondering why he didn't fight back. And
crazy boy.
Why he continues to be now like he's on the other side. Him against me, it's like draining, but I'm not going to let him keep talking about me and with me not saying anything. And I just feel like because no one wants to, because he sounds stupid when he tries to talk articulate and do interviews. He's squinting Tarantino. He's squinting. I mean, it's just not entertaining to look at. I'm not hating, but I just don't think the rhythm is there like it was before. And I guarantee you that show, a sports show, that show only exists because of Mace. So I remember Gilly telling me personally, like, nah, we told Cam we can't do the show without Mace. And that's why he went and got Mace. But that show wasn't anything, and they wouldn't even do it without Mace. So he had to put his tail between his legs, because what he was telling me was, I can't f with Mace because Mace was, lying about God, and I don't play with God. But for the money, all of that went out the window. So he had to be humble, and that's why Mace is sitting there laughing at him, because you don't see Mace running around beefing with everybody. Well, I love Mace and the respect that we have amongst each other after everything. Again, he's the only one that got on the show and promoted. So he knows that this is a business transaction. We all know that Fredo is a transactional person, and this is for money. But I know that you never see them hanging out with each other than in the front of a camera. They're not friends. So me, I work with my friends. I don't do transactional relationships, pause, with my friends. It's always been for love. And this distraction of him playing games and not being able to really, and trying to paint a picture of me, like, why would he be the one to try to make me look like I'm struggling or I'm doing bad or I'm a different version of myself, right? And he's still the same guy that won't get in front of me and have a conversation because he's a coward. You feel me? A coward with big teeth, big cheap teeth.
Man, this shit here is comedy, bro. These niggas be going back and forth at each other for a long time, bro. Bro, these dudes are crazy as fuck, bro. Throwing shots back and forth at each other, bringing other people into the conversation. Every other people catching strays. It's like, damn, bro, why you bringing my name up into the conversation? Well, like, I ain't mean to bring. Nah, man, don't bring my name up in this conversation, bro. It's between y'all two. Don't bring my name up at all, especially when you on camera. Don't bring my name up at all. If it ain't nothing positive, don't bring my name up at all. Don't even bring my name up at all. Matter of fact, fuck it. Don't do it. Don't even say my name. I don't care if it's positive. Don't say it. Bringing me in between the beefs, crazy as hell. Don't be doing that, man. What's wrong with you, bruh? What's wrong with you, man? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Make sure you hit the super chats, my good people. Make sure you hit the super chats. Super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat. You know what I mean? All right, so what we got next? Kendra G. Let's get into it. Let's get into this Kendra G video, man. We got another baby mama. She got 3 of them things. She said left all her baby's fathers. And she ready for a God-fearing man. She ready for a God-fearing man. So we're gonna get into it, and then I'm gonna give my thoughts and my opinions. So let's go ahead and rock out.
You ready, girl? Oh my God.
Thanks, Terry.
I just requested it. Yeah, I'm ready. How you doing? Hey, Kendra.
Good. Wipe your camera for me.
Okay, hold on.
Kendra G Singles, the dating app.
I
It's
keep forgetting
available
about
now.
this
This
one.
your first time here?
Hey, Kendra.
See, that's so much better. Should make me want to wipe my camera now, child.
Girl,
that was so much
how
better.
you doing?
Good. Let me see if I need to wipe my camera with my shirt.
Mine did one of them.
Did it make me better? A little better. All right, yeah.
Period.
Ooh, you got a shiny face. What's your name?
Hey, my name's Tyler.
Tyler, your first time here?
I'm sorry?
This your first time here?
Yes.
Okay, Tyler, where you calling me from?
I'm from Chicago, but I'm in Dallas right now. I moved to Dallas a couple of months ago. So
You moved to Dallas a couple months ago?
yes.
So your name is Tyler?
Yes.
Okay, Tyler. You have any kids?
I have 3 kids.
How old are your 3 kids?
I have a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 1-year-old.
By how many men?
3.
Damn.
Girl, why you got the 1-year-old baby daddy?
I left him in Chicago.
Why you not with the
You hear what you're saying out loud, bro?
I left him in Chicago.
Girl, okay. Is the one it's what we learned that it's this way. They told me I was doing it wrong. That's
Okay.
Okay, but wait, why are we clocking you having babies by men you can't be with?
Well, no, it's not that. Not that I can't be with them. I don't want to be with them.
So why you had kids by them?
Because the kids came about as I was, we was in a relationship. And so life goes forward and I moved on. So yeah.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
All 3 baby, have you ever been married?
No, I've never been married.
Okay, stop moving, sweetheart. All right, what you do for a living, Tyler?
I work from home. I'm an adjuster. A claims adjuster.
How old are you, Tyler?
I'm 31.
31, and what's your zodiac sign?
I'm Taurus.
When's your birthday?
May 9th.
Okay, I'm May 7th.
I know.
Girl, stop moving.
I've been watching your show for years, ever since you came out. COVID.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. All right, stop moving, Tyler, okay? All right, here we go.
Put your phone down, girl. Just put it on the counter or something. Let's stand up so you can stop moving so fucking much.
So we got, you from Chicago, right?
Yeah, I'm from the city.
Okay, so she's from Chicago.
She hard-headed as hell. She don't listen. She said stop moving. She's still moving. The phone in her hand. Shorty, you do realize you moving, right? She said stop moving. Put the phone down, bruh.
Lives in Dallas, 31 Taurus, mom to 3 by 3 men. She can't be with none of them. She said clock it.
Clock it.
She works from home. She's an adjuster, never married. And she's a Taurus. What kind of man you looking for? Tyler, girl, why you keep moving? Why can't you sit your ass down?
I've been sitting down all day, Kendra. Oh my God.
Well, sit down until this interview over, girl. You giving us like motion sickness.
Right, y'all been doing all the goddamn
It was
moving.
funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Hey, y'all. I didn't even see the comments. You must have turned them off.
I didn't turn the comments off, but don't worry about the comments. Worry about this new man who's going to take.
She better be on some bullshit, bro. She already coming in with ill intent. We already see what's going on. She on some bullshit because she ready for the comments, reading the comments. Oh my God.
Who don't mind? You got a 1-year-old, a 5-year-old by men you can't be with.
Kendra, I know you a little bit pregnant.
But what does that got to do with this?
It don't, but if you could get pregnant, you probably have kids right now and probably left them in the past too as well. So,
this is what I will say.
A grown ass goofy. Remember, I just told you, you that old gang.
I think that life happens, but I feel like one baby daddy. I think one baby daddy's grace, right? One baby daddy's grace. 2 baby daddy, second baby daddy. You might be like, okay,
yeah.
maybe
Yeah. Now I'm like, no more kids.
But third baby daddy, it's on you. Third baby daddy's on you. Because if you didn't learn from the first and the second baby daddy, you can't use that excuse for the third baby daddy. Because by this time, you have did enough experience to know what's right or wrong.
I ain't at 4, 5, 6. They be up on here with 4, 5, 6,
Girl,
7,
no.
8, 9.
But 3 is a lot too, honey. You want more kids?
No, I'm done. He gotta have kids because that's the thing. I keep on running to men with no kids, and I don't want. They want kids. I don't want no kids. So, yeah.
So okay, let me find what you're looking for. What kind of man you looking for, Tyler?
I want a God-fearing man, a man that's into the Bible, into God, goes to church. A career man. I want a man.
I'm about to fall out this window.
That nigga crazy.
Boy, listen. I'm gonna go ahead and preface it by saying this: there's nothing wrong with change. You should want to change. You should want to improve. You should want to be in the space that's more conducive for your life, more conducive for you than where you were before. But here's the issue that I'm having. Why is it always the ones they done got 3, 4, 5 babies by different men? Now all of a sudden you want to turn the guy. Not before, not even after the first one. Not even after the first one. Like, you know what? I need to get my shit together. I need to stop fucking around. You do it after the 3rd, 4th, and 5th one. You got 3 baby daddies. 3. Now you want a man that's heavy into the Bible. You want a man that has a good paying job, because now you see life is hard with them 3 kids. And now you gonna want you a man. I need me a real man. You know, he's gonna accept me for who I am. He's gonna accept me in mine. He's gonna be willing to come in and take care of everything. That's what she's looking for. Dog. Stop, man. Stop. Stop.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now he got to be God-fearing. You got a 1-year-old baby daddy. When did you find out about God? When did God come into your life?
God has always been in my life. I grew up in church, Kendra.
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCount.
Who was the pastor?
You were so funny. You were so at CUT, Johnny Coleman.
You went to church in Chicago?
Yeah.
What church?
Christ Universal Temple.
Who the pastor?
Johnny Coleman. You from Chicago.
I know. You needed to go to now. Reverend Stark would have had you right. Shout out to Pastor Charlie, then my godparents, the Meeks. You child, girl. I never heard of this pastor. Bring the camera now. Okay, so he got to be God-fearing. What else, child?
Yes, he got to be loving. Love for kids. He got to already have kids. He got to be at least 30 and up. Tall, handsome, dark skin, no bald heads, and no shrimpies. No shrimps, Kendra.
You see these delusional ass laundry. How the hell you got 3 baby daddies? You got 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies, and you got the nerve to talk about, man, boy.
So he gotta have kids already. You don't want no more kids.
I don't. No, I'm done. I'm done with the postpartum, being pregnant. It's too much.
Okay. He gotta be tall. You went to the okay. Before I'm gonna do my questions. You kind of answered some early. What are your deal breakers?
My deal.
She can't sit fucking still.
Men who are angry. Men who are angry and men who don't know their worth. Men who just jump in job to job to job to job. Men who have a lot of baby mamas. What you got to say, Kendra?
No, a man that got a lot of baby mamas. That's
no
you.
baby mama drama.
Oh, you don't got no drama?
No, I don't have no drama. No, I'm out here.
How many baby mamas can he have? Can he not have?
No drama. No drama. You just can't be dropping off kids everywhere and making broken homes. I don't want that.
Girl.
I don't want that.
Well, what?
I don't want that. I don't want that.
You don't want to?
I don't want that. I don't want that.
Girl, you got 3 broken homes.
No, it's not broken, okay? But
okay, so
what you mean it ain't broken? You left your baby daddies in Chicago. You live in Texas now. What you mean it ain't broken? What are you talking about? See the craziness? But y'all think that we just be talking crazy. Look at this shit. This is real, bro. This is real life. This is real shit that she's talking about. She said she don't want a man that's going out here dropping off kids and all over the place. And she part of the ones that's being dropped off in. Talking about she don't want no broken homes. Shorty, your house is broken. No matter how you look at it. Your house is broken. Talking about you need to be fit, tall, dark, no bald heads. Shorty, you don't look in shape. You don't like you walked in the treadmill in a long time. And we know you don't. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I mean, I was broken if the guy does it, but it's not broken if you do it.
Kendra, oh my God, I left them. I could go back and be with my kids' father.
No. Are you considering it?
I don't want to. I love Chicago. You know how Chicago men is.
You
decide to have babies by.
I gotta talk about the men of today. And here's the deal. It's not. There's a couple things. I don't want to go off tangent. I'll talk about that after. But to circle back around, when you say you don't want a man with a lot of baby mamas, what's a lot?
A lot is like 4, 5, 6. Drama. I don't want the drama that comes with.
Well, let me see. You said I was asked, "Will you date you?" Is a question someone asked me. It was innocent and made me look in the mirror. I gave grace. I give grace for everyone's time to look within. That's what I'm saying. That's a great question. Now listen, let me ask you a question. Would you date you? But to be honest too, I think some people will lie. they will lie to you in their face, but they'll go back and look into the mirror like, would I actually date me? I know I'm a handful. Like the way that you act, and I would ask before I ask that question, I would ask before, like, who are you? First of all, I'm like, what do you think your flaws are? That's what I would ask. I'll say, what do you think your flaws are? Like, what is it that you can improve on? Because we all are not perfect. We all are not 100%. 100%. We all got our flaws somewhere. What are your flaws, right? And the flaws that you have, would you date you? Would you date you with those flaws? That'd be that'll make a motherfucker deep dive. Then like, damn, would I actually date me? Because now you have to look. Now, not only do you have to look within yourself, now you got to look at the people that you have interacted with and how they actually experience you. Because a lot of people think that they're dope. Like, oh, I'm so dope. I'm so cool as fuck. I'm like, okay, that's great that you say that because I'm with myself every day. I say, yeah, you're with yourself every day, but you don't experience yourself from the out. You are just with yourself. You know the things that you do, but you haven't experienced yourself. How people view you from the outside looking in. Because you know how you know how sometimes you go to you know how you window shop, right? And you see a certain outfit. And that outfit looks dope. Like, damn, that outfit look dope as fuck. But then you go to try that outfit on and you realize that outfit don't look the same on you as it did on that mannequin. It's like, I don't like this fit. It looked really good on that mannequin though. So that's the same thing. So just because you may think that you're dope, how does that person view you? Because they may be like, that motherfucker was annoying, they corny, talk too fucking much. You know what I'm saying? They talk too much, they chew loud. You know, they don't listen, they're obnoxious. You know, it's many different things. So you got to look at that too.
I used to say I want a man with kids. But
real quick, I know you said something earlier. I could definitely have kids. I'm 47. I could always get pregnant. I just didn't want to have babies by men I didn't want to be with. So I don't think that listen, for each their own out there. And that if you want to be, there's women who make motherhood deals.
You can have babies at 47.
They don't really care about the man. I know several women that have done this. They don't really care about the man. They go into it knowing that they just want a child. And salute to you. But just because a woman doesn't have children doesn't mean she can't procreate. It could also mean that she just didn't want to create a human with another person that she did not see herself being with on a long term.
That's fair.
Never thought about it. You never thought that was an option, huh?
If you could get pregnant, you probably would have kids by now. I probably would never been with your child's father right now.
That's not true. That's not true.
So
no, that's you're making an assumption. Now this is the truth though. If I were to have a baby with a man, I would be with that man. I wouldn't have a baby. This is my. You brought this up. So if you're gonna ask my front seat, and this is why I do not have a child with a man, because if I'm gonna have a child with a man, it's me and that child to Jesus. And if I can't make that pact, I don't need to have the child. And the reason I say that
what would you do with the baby if it's here?
I didn't put myself in that position. That's the point I'm trying to make. Because the point I'm trying to make is y'all act like, you can have sex, but there are ways to have sex without getting pregnant.
Fact.
I mean, there's condoms. Listen, we can go through the whole thing. People know a lot of tricks.
A lot of contraception.
There's plan Bs, there's pull out, there's all different things. And there's no judgment of what you want to do, but to simply say that if a woman doesn't have children means she can't procreate, that's just not a fact. That's not true.
Facts.
But I will say, but even though, Tyler, even though, let's just walk that line for a second. I think it still stands to say that at some point in time, let's just say with one guy, you got that, but with the second guy, I think everyone will give grace with baby daddy number one. But when we start getting to the second and the third, we gotta look at you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me. Like, okay, I know I have 3 child. I love my kids, but it's easy to make a baby. You know, it's so simple.
It's also easy to
so
not have
simple.
a baby though too.
It's so simple. And then it's different after you have a baby. Like I don't, you never been, but Kendra, when you have a baby by these men, it's different versus not having a baby with them.
What?
What is that?
And
No,
you never
okay,
know until you
but
go
listen,
through it.
but Tyler,
You never know until you go through it.
okay, Tyler, and that's fair. But what I'm trying to say is, you learned that with one baby daddy. So like everything you say,
I was young. The second one, okay, and the third one, we brought the past back into the future. And
You was
like, no, this not
you was
it.
20, man. You was 21 years old. You was old enough to drink. Ain't nobody trying to hear that I was young bullshit, man. That shit's so old. That I was young. No, bitch. No, you weren't. No, you knew what the fuck you were doing. You knew what the fuck you were doing. And then on top, there's nothing. Listen, I can give you grace. I'm gonna give you some grace. 21, okay. You had the one. Damn, fuck up. But you continue to make the same mistake 2 more times. No. At this point, just sit in that and say, you know what? That's on me. Like, why are you trying to defend it? You know what you did was fucked up. You know what you did. You know you got 3 different men. Now you're trying to put the blame on the men. See, Kendra, you don't know. That's why you need to get pregnant so you can see how these men really are. No. That post-nut clarity is real. They probably listen. You probably was a jump off. You probably was the one when the night was dry, when it was a dry night, when it was a drought in these streets. They're like, man, let me hit up my for sure thing. Let me hit her up, see what she talking about. Boom. They end up not pulling it out, getting babies by you, but they wasn't fucking with you like that for real. Cat, bro. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I don't.
Because I really didn't know him. And it took, to have a baby. My son here, I could go back with him right now, but I know that's not healthy. Why would I put myself in an unhealthy environment? And I know it's no good for me. So I left.
I agree with that. Can I ask you a question? So do you take any responsibility or is it all the baby daddy's fault?
No, I take responsibility.
Oh, okay. All right, so as you move forward, you want a God-fearing man that has kids, that he's not with his children's moms.
No, and no, you can't be with but me. Nobody. You can't have side females. You can't be dipping and dapping. You got to be all about me.
But if he's a God-fearing man, why isn't he sticking with the women that he had children with? Why?
See, he could be like me, in the past, but now I'm God-fearing. I go to church and everything, and my kids in church, we raising them right. We doing the right thing now.
What? Yeah. Man, hell no.
We learn from our past.
Okay, we learned. Okay. She left. When did you leave? You in this clocket, girl. All right, keep the camera in your face. Okay, he gotta be God-fearing. Now you mentioned looks. How we got to look?
I'm ready to see this Kendra cam. We gotta see the Kendra cam. Is it a ninja girl? Oh, ninja girl. What do you mean?
Honey.
He gotta be dark skinned, tall. I'm 5'8", 5'9". I'm tall. He has to be dark skinned, and I don't like bald heads at all.
But what if he's God-fearing, but he's 5'7"? Bring the camera down. 5'7", got a belly, but he love the Lord.
You can love the Lord. I love the Lord too, but I can't be loving you.
That ain't God-fearing. God loves everybody.
No, God don't. Don't be saying that. God don't love everybody. Stop that. Stop capping. No, he don't. No, he don't.
Man, I'm tall, so why would I want a short man?
But that's be the problem though, because y'all say the man gotta be God-fearing, but then he gotta meet your aesthetic requirements first. And the man you just described is a very in high demand man. Like
Travis,
God-fearing,
that could be it too.
tall, attractive, dark-skinned man. He's in high demand, so he's gonna have a lot of women.
Okay, well, hey, when it comes to me, you gotta leave all the women in the past.
He's not gonna do that.
Okay, well, hey, I don't want you then.
So would you take? Let me ask you this: this guy we just described, who, and if he go to church, it's literally 100 women to each man in church. So that man in church got 100. He got 100 options, like probably more than 100. So would you choose him or would you choose the deacon who You know, he's decent looking, got a belly, gonna be faithful, and he will be with just you. Which guy would you choose?
You can't, don't have a bald head. I don't like bald head.
Okay, I'll give him hair.
Give him here. Give him here.
Okay, now
yeah.
which guy you choosing? He ain't tall. He's okay looking. But he got fear.
I don't like short men.
Okay, so before we get to God fearing, he gotta meet the aesthetic requirements. Do he gotta make a certain amount of money?
Yeah, you can't be broke. You gotta make at least. You can't be broke. No broke men.
How much
men
money he gotta make?
He gotta make at least 70 or more.
70 or more.
70K
Okay.
or more.
Okay. Now y'all waiting to mirrors for sex, or y'all not that God fearing?
Kendra.
I'm asking. You the one brought
We're
Laura
not that
here.
God fearing, Kendra.
You're not that God fearing.
We're not that God fearing.
Okay. So we will have cookie before the wedding night. We'll be able to take.
I would like to wait, but I'm gonna be disappointed. Okay, because I have high expectations when it comes to the bedroom. Okay, you can't have shrimps. Okay, do not no.
So he got to be God fearing. He got to be tall. He got to keep the camera in your face.
Okay,
tall,
yeah,
he got to put it down in the bedroom, and he got to be faithful to you and only you.
This nigga is trash.
Right over here, I love you. I know I love you, girl. Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey man, you got some money? You can take care of me.
Here we go. Here we go. It said we going right. It said God fearing on it. You said he can have kids, right? I'm gonna give him some kids. You said he want to have kids?
A couple of kids. That's it.
A couple kids.
No
Okay,
drama
so we got
with the baby mamas. No
I'm
drama.
gonna give twins. Oh, the baby mama dead. How about that? I help you out.
Yeah, exactly.
Baby mama dead. Baby mama dead. There you go.
There you go. Right there.
That's so ratchet.
There we go. Okay, the baby. I gonna kill the baby mama. She said have kids, no baby mama. That's the only way we can do it. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh shit! Here we go. Man, get the fuck out of here. Man, get the fuck out of here, bruh.
Ooh, wee.
Girl, you're not in the house. You
I'm
on
gonna be the mother.
When you call me, y'all with the world, girl.
Bitch, get your stupid ass out. That shit was dumb as hell.
Nah, pimping. No, nah.
Get up in the house.
Girl, you're not in the house. You
I'm
on
gonna be the mother.
When you call me, y'all with the world, girl.
Kendra, I swear I just clicked on a thing and then you just popped up in 2 seconds.
No, you call me. I don't call nobody.
I clicked on the thing.
Okay. We in Dallas. You want the man to be in Dallas?
He don't have to be in Dallas. He can be around the world, but I prefer him to be in Dallas.
Okay. When was your
This
last
is so stupid.
relationship?
My child's father of about 6 months ago.
Oh yeah, just ended.
Yeah, last August.
You don't gotta answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
About 2 months ago.
Was it your child's father?
Mm-mm.
Who that man?
Huh?
Who that? He's not an option?
No. He was an option, but no. It was somebody that I do from the past.
Okay.
That's
And
good, man.
3 flaws you have to work on, Tyler.
I'm stubborn.
Very.
That's right, you're a Taurus.
Yeah, I'm very stubborn. I'm working on my patience a little bit, and another flaw.
No, not that.
No.
Big.
Patience and working. I don't know, working to be better.
Okay.
Kids is
That nigga crazy.
And why do you guys love me to be with you, sweetheart?
Because I'm loving, I'm caring, I don't cheat. I'm all about my man. I take care of home. And yeah.
You lying to me?
Listen,
You lying?
Tyler, 31. She's a Taurus. Her birthday's next week. Mine are 3, by 3 men, never married. Do you want to get married one day? You do, right? You said?
I do. I want to get married.
She works from home.
Not like that, you ain't.
Now. All right. Are you inside the Kendra G Singles dating app?
I haven't been in a while up in there. It's been a minute.
Do you know your username?
I don't.
You don't know your username?
I don't. I'm going it real quick. I don't know my username.
Okay, find out your username.
Man, listen, bro. Listen, fam. The delusion is crazy, dog. The delusion is crazy. If y'all really want to see what these people really be like, what men be talking about, since a lot of people hate the manosphere so much. Now I get it. There are some extreme motherfuckers in the manosphere, and I'm like, hey, dog, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Y'all niggas doing a little too much. You know what I'm saying? So I like to sit in the middle. You know what I'm saying? I can be very objective with a lot of things because I can give it to men, I can give it to women. You know what I'm saying? I can hold everybody fucking accountable. I even tell people when I'm wrong, you know, hold me accountable. And I would say, listen, I apologize. I was wrong in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? In this aspect right here, these are the type of women that the men talk about. You got 3 kids, 3 baby fathers. You got a laundry list full of shit of what this man should look like. This man that supposedly is supposed to be all about you. He's attractive, he's tall, and he's making decent money, right? No kids, typically, right? No kids, right? And you mean to tell me you and listen, bro, listen, this channel here, we're about being honest too, right? We're about being honest. She's not the best looking. Body ain't tight in like she in the gym or no shit like that. She got 3 kids, 3 different fathers. And you mean to tell me that this so-called attractive man who's making $70,000 or more, who's attractive, who has hair, right? Who has hair, tall, dark, and handsome, like she said, you mean to tell me that he finna pick you over the litter of women and he's in the church? So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of women that's in church too that don't have children that are attractive. And you mean to tell me he gonna pick you over her? When? Where that at? The likely, let's talk numbers. What is the probability of that happening? The probability. We're not talking about what could happen. We're not talking about, oh, if God sent them down to my lap. No. What is the probability in reality? What is the probability of you getting an attractive man that makes $70,000 or more, that doesn't have children, that will be attracted to you and only you, and would not step out on you? Tell me the probability of that happening. Considering the fact that you got 3 kids by 3 different men. Oh, mind you, and she said he can't be a shrimp. He can't have a shrimp, so he got to be everything. He got to be everything when she's not everything. He got to be good in bed. He got to be God-fearing. He got to be loyal. He got to be tall. He got to be in shape. He got to have hair. He got to be all about her. And if he got kids, can't have no baby. Basically, can't have no baby mama. She'd rather her be unalive. Make this shit make sense to me. I'm trying to understand. How does it make sense? What kind of deal is he getting? I just want to know, what is he getting? What kind of deal is that? That's a shitty deal. That's a shitty fucking deal that he's getting. That's crazy, bro. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
That shit wild, bro. Let me read some of these comments real quick. It said your channel stay honest and cut me at times for the better. Hey, listen. I'm glad that you enjoy the channel, Terry. You know what I'm saying? And of course, it's all love at the end of the day, too. It's all love at the end of the day. It's not me bashing anybody. You know, we all want to improve. We all want to do better. Just like I gave her props. Like, hey, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Every good change is good. You know, her getting back into the church. But I'm just saying, why did it take you so long? Why did it take you 3 baby daddies for you to start wanting to get in the church? You should have gotten in the church after the first one. You know what I mean? So it's just different. It's just like calling out the bullshit and then we improve from there. It's like, all right, we gotta start bringing this shit back down because she doing too much. Like, shorty, you're not that attractive. Like, you're not a 10, you're not a 8, you're not a 7, you're not a 6, you ain't even a 5. So we got to start looking in the mirror and really evaluating ourselves, like we were talking about earlier, Terry. They gotta evaluate themselves. A lot of these women have inflated egos, and some men do too. They have inflated egos as well, and they have to come back down to reality. Because again, you got a lot of men talk about, oh, this woman got to serve me, but big dog, you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit for this woman to serve you. You ain't improving. She came into your life. You ain't improved her life. You didn't make her life better. Nor are you working towards making her life better. So why the fuck would she want to follow you? And vice versa. Ladies, you talking about you got a laundry list full of shit that you want this man not to be in X, Y, and Z, but then you can't even give a laundry list of the negative things about yourself. It took you a minute to come up with your flaws because you think you perfect already. I'm trying to this shit gotta make sense, dog. Start giving the people a dose of fucking reality. Shorty, you ain't that attractive. You got 3 kids, about 3 different dudes. You're not finna get no attractive man. You're not finna get no top tier man. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. So you need to lower them standards just a little bit lower. Nah, matter of fact, a lot lower. Now, it's true that you can get a taller man. You can get you a big dude. You can get you a taller dude that's about 6 feet, 6'1". He may not be the most attractive motherfucker in the building, but hey, he a bigger dude. You could probably find him with some hair. He might be in the church, but he probably ain't gonna be tall, dark, and handsome. He might be tall, average, and probably out of shape, and probably not that attractive. And he might, and even then, he still might, you know what I'm saying, be good with you or not. We don't know. And she's making you look bad, so you push back. Shit crazy, bro. Well, she said she's a negative 2. But no, man, that's the reality of the situation, man. A lot of these people out here, man, they just be on some delusional shit. They be doing too much. They get on camera, they just start saying some unrealistic shit. Like, man, that don't even make sense. You just talking. So yeah. But hey, man, today was dope. I appreciate y'all for kicking it with your boy. Make sure you support the channel. Dive into the super chats before we head out. You know what I mean? Or you can hit me in the Cash App, whichever two. Either or. If you truly support the channel, if you truly rocking with your boy, right? But also make sure you like. That is free. What else? If you haven't joined the ENG community, become an ENG member. That's 99 cents. We got that 99 cents a month. So therefore, if you become a member, you get the free access to my videos when they get posted. You are the first ones that get notified that my videos was uploaded before it goes to the public, so you get to watch it firsthand. And other things that we got going on too. You'll be able to get access to me outside of the YouTube channel, through my other platforms. Join the Discord too. I have those links as well. Join the Discord. So if you got any topics that you want me to cover or the Banter and Barter to cover, send it over there in the Discord. All right. Cool, my good people. So yeah, I appreciate y'all for coming to kick it with me on this Sunday. Make sure y'all are here Tuesday night for the Banter and Barter show. And yeah, I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all Sunday, man. Hope y'all have a productive week coming up. You know what I'm saying? Wake up in the morning ready to destroy the day and really conquer the day. All right. So until next time,